Okay, we are live, and there's so much noise going on, so I'm just gonna apologize now. All right, so let's see. Rob Perez, what's up? What's up? Hopefully everything is well. We got Jack in the building. Don't call him Mr. Hockett. How you doing this evening, Jack? We got Brian, the Texas barbecue guy. All right, well, good luck with your veggie and fruit and vegetable garden. That's what's up. We're a little behind, I guess. He said he has his like already, or we have his like already. So thank you very much, Mr. Richard. How's everything over on your side of Catonsville? Hopefully all is well. We got Terry. He says hello, 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 hello. uh, Pat County says hey, Newcomb. Hey Dash. So Newcomb, I know you were one of the folks that were on a live stream on this past Saturday. So that video, I decided to kind of just throw it up. It's I won't say out of order, but I went ahead and put it up a little sooner than I would have liked to. But nonetheless, you guys will see that video tomorrow. So let's see. Uh, Mr. Hockett says he just finished smoking a salmon fillet. It turned out great. That's what's up. Tomorrow's video is actually me smoking trout. How are things? My wife is a nurse. Need I say more? No, you don't, Rob. Hopefully all is well. We got Jimmy, Cuff and Stuff Barbecue. Jesse James, what up with you, man? All right, Brian says he's here for a minute. Yo, Jeff from Out of Water Barbecue. Goodness gracious, we got noobs in the building. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Oh, man, so good to see you guys. I really appreciate you taking the time to spend a little time with me. Jack and Betty are here. The evening is complete. I think we're just gonna go ahead and stop the live stream now. Jack and Betty are here. We'll just I don't even know. We just we're here or they're here. That's it. There's no need to continue on. Mike, how you doing this evening? So Amatic One asks, what are we drinking tonight? I'm actually going to probably just be drinking. I have a smoothie from Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Late last week, I went and got the smoothie from Tropical Smoothie Cafe on my way home from work, and I put it in the freezer. And I started eating it last week, but I didn't actually finish eating it. So I pulled it out of the freezer. It's actually sitting behind me. I'm going to eventually pull it over here, and if it melts enough, I'll eat that. No alcohol tonight. No alcohol tonight. So I came home this afternoon, and I don't know. I was tired. I went to sleep, and I took like a 3-hour nap. So yeah. Let's see. Mike says, "Hey, gonna plant a mess of corn and watermelon tomorrow." Well, that's what's up, man. You know, nice. I'm trying to think. I guess I know. Remember hearing something about corn being knee high by the 4th of July. Oh, I guess. Oh, Mike says he's full out of steak. Oh, sorry to hear that. But you know what's been crazy? We have not been eating any steak. I told you guys recently, I think I've told you guys in the past weeks that we have been doing the pescatarian thing all during Lent. So I haven't even had anything aside from seafood. Actually, I slipped up one day for lunch and I had chicken. But other than that, I haven't had any sort of steak, no chicken, no nothing else. He says specs. Brian suspects that Finlandia on sale. Well, daggone, man, you know. They would get close to you. No alcohol tonight. Really wasn't feeling it. I came home, like I said, I was just tired. So I know that if I'm already tired, me drinking, look, I feel it. Yeah, see, start talking about it. Craig says, and good quarantine evening to you, Nash. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Noob says, I'll drink for 2 then. Well, I appreciate that. Can you get any Maryland crabs yet this year? Yeah. Kevin, I don't see why not. I'm pretty sure. Well, then again, I don't know because I haven't stopped and gotten any. But I drive past a crab place in Crofton. I drive past it twice a day whenever I go to work and come home. So on my way home is when they're typically open, and I see them selling crabs, though I'm not sure if they're Maryland crabs or if they're Gulf crabs, or bay crabs or Gulf crabs. Sean says, "What up? What up? What up?" It's up in my live stream dash if you want to see it. 3 short videos. Oh, man, well, Mike, I can't do anything right now. Oh boy. Russell says shots. I don't know. Maybe we can work something out. I'll see. You guys, you know, persuade me. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Who else is in your mouth barbecue? What up? What up with you, sir? Gotta run. Well, Brian, you know, take your time, take it easy, and we'll be here when you get back. Hopefully, I will not be under the bar that I'm sitting at. I'm hoping to pick up something next week. Is that the Craft Shack on Route 3? Yes, it is. Dude, that's a long way for you to come all the way over this way, but yeah, I live in Baltimore, but I work in Lanham. So if you remember that last video when I got off of 50 to MLK, I turned left to go towards where the young lady lived in Bowie, and I went down around in that way. But if I turn right, I work right down there, like less than a mile from that exit. Throw some rum in your smoothie. I actually do have some rum. A coworker of mine gave me some rum. She is from Trinidad and Tobago, and when she goes for carnival, she brings me back a bottle, and she brought me back a bottle. Taste tester number 1. Stop. Well, Benji, I appreciate it. I've often contemplated putting me, and I did it once or twice, putting myself on the TV back there, but because of the light, the bright, light behind me, the phone, it always, like, that is super overexposed. It doesn't turn out well. Well, Noob says Benji says he has me live on the big screen. Noob says he has me on the big screen as well. Well, whenever you guys tell me I'm on the big screen, I do something like this, like, oh, look at that. Just to message you guys. Anyway, I find it funny, though. There's so many of my friends that are posting stuff on Facebook talking about, oh man, I'm bummed, I can't get a haircut, everything like that. Score 1 for the bald guys. Just saying. Yeah, news up and close is for sure. Darian, tomorrow's video is going to feature some of that footage from this past Saturday when I cooked that trout. So be there. And actually, let me make sure. Let me double check. It looks like it might be up and on on YouTube just fine. So I might be able to go ahead and get you guys a link to this a little later. You guys know how I do. If you stick around to the end of the live stream, I will go ahead and bless you guys with the link to the video. You can watch it tonight. So how's that sound for you guys? I gotta send out the link to the Patreon patrons. So in case you guys haven't or don't know, the deal with Patreon is just this. So I have 3 tiers on Patreon. There's a $3, a $5, and a $10 tier. And all it really does is it will allow you to have early access to the videos. So I try to post the videos on Patreon the night before they go live for everyone. Now, one of the other things with Patreon is it is a way to get in contact with me. If you wanted to or needed to ask me a question, you can. So, but smoking trout is going up on there now. Smoking trout, ROT on the Traeger Pro 22. Whoops. And I didn't see Uncle Steve pop in yet, or if at all. But I did use some Gator Shake. We are really loving this Gator Shake while we are eating. Look, my taste tester number 1. He's shaking his head yes. All right. Okay. So let's see. I got them on my little screen in my hand. It looks about the same size as look how that's bald. Oh, Russell. You know, how's the beard looking, Russell, up in Canada? Does it look different? Does it hit differently in Canada? Look at it shine in there. Where's this where the pancakes? Oh boy, let's not talk about the pancakes. So he actually ate something. He made, what did he have? He had some popcorn and he also had some tuna. I'm trying to get into the habit of not saying tuna fish because it's redundant. So, oh boy, taste test number one now wants to pop popcorn. You have something right there. That's good. And I'm sure you've already eaten because enough popcorn because of your experiment. Can we not?
Actually, I ate half a bag today.
That's enough. That's enough. All right. Preston. Hey, yo. How you doing this evening? Hopefully, PJ and Dino PJ are around. Super excited to have finally shipped my computer. I got 2 videos in the shoot. All right, ready to go. Handyman says, hi, taste tester number 1. Sheldon, what's up with you? Rob says, bald guys. Yes. Looks big and bushy. Like Russell. Just shaking my fist at Russell. Good evening, everyone. Smoking Goodness Barbecue says, I used to watch that Gray Ride Out my beer. Man. Getting ready for dinner. Well, that's what's up. What are you guys having for dinner? So what did you do? You microwave that? Huh. I've never done that before.
Really?
No. How much water did you put in there?
Like half of it, because it'll steam it a little bit too.
He made some like the ramen noodles in a microwave. See, and you always want to throw those bowls away.
Because I know we have enough of them.
We never have enough of those. The Chinese food takeout bowls. I'm always giving him grief because he wants to throw them away as opposed to washing them. Sheldon says he needs a haircut bad. Well, chicken, mashed taters, and green beans. Man, I haven't had any chicken. It has been 2.5 weeks since I last consumed chicken. Actually, shoot, it's been longer than that. We are a month in. Just about. Wednesday will be 4 weeks, and I am like 3.5 weeks in almost on not having chicken. So let's see. Russell seems to be Russell, you know, he's trying to throw me off here just a little bit. That he says, Dash, your favorite spy movie. Go. Who?
Spy Kids.
Taste tester number 1 is the Spy Kids. What?
Ooh,
Taste tester number 2.
Triple X with
Oh, Triple X was a decent one with Vin Diesel.
Yeah, that's the.
I was gonna say like a Mission Impossible or James Bond. I'm trying to like that kind of put me on the spot. I don't have a favorite spy movie. Noob says we had hot dogs and chili. Just wore out today. I understand. Ate a can of chicken right out of the can like a savage. Question J. Do you, bruh? Nothing wrong with that. Uncle Steve, so you missed it. I was talking about you. Thank you for popping in. Tomorrow's video, the video that is going live tomorrow, it actually okay, dude, you gotta go somewhere else. Taste tester number 1, you gotta go somewhere else. I'm not gonna sit here and have you slurping those noodles behind me. Goodbye. Not even gonna. Goodbye. All right. Sorry. Now that that's taken care of, Uncle Steve, I used the Gator Shake on some trout that I'm going to be cooking tomorrow, and the video I cooked it last weekend. You understand the video is going up tomorrow. So, you know, thank you, sir. We are definitely enjoying the Gator Shake. I think I told you that I've been doing the pescatarian thing. We've only been eating seafood for Lent, so we have like another 2 weeks to go. Oh man, I am so ready for a steak. That's all I'm saying. But yes, we've been using the heck out of the Gator Shake. Let's see, Mike says reverse seared steak with mushrooms and onions, Brussels sprouts, and potato salad. Well, man, you speaking my language there, and there's a bunch. Uh, Austin Powers was a good spy movie. It was more comedy than anything, so I don't really count it as a spy movie per se, but it has spy in the title. Victor says, "Hey, I'm not working tonight, so I can join the fun. Here's to Jack and Coke about that smoked trout. What end do I like? Well, you know what? Start with the big end, the end closer to the head, Victor, just so it'll taper down. GoldenEye, honey, handyman says, all right, good one, Sheldon. All right, American Asian. Oh, you know what? What was the movie with? Oh man, but she really wasn't a spy. She was more of an assassin. So that's what made me think. But I mean, does that counts, right? What was the name of that movie? It had the girl who was it? It was a girl. She was a girl assassin, but I don't really think she was a spy. She was more of a no. Kill Bill wasn't a spy movie. That was more of an assassination stuff. Get Smart. Oh, Get Smart was a good one back in the day. You might not. Night and Day was also pretty good. You're right. With Tom Cruise.
It's like international. I know one movie which was pretty good. International.
You see, I'm looking at you, right?
Yes.
Why? I'm not. I'm talking to them, not you, right now. Can you just go eat whichever you eating, please?
I had a really good start.
Quickly.
International organization or something. It had Kevin Hart and Dwayne The Rock Johnson. It's kind of like Central Intelligence.
But that wasn't a spy movie.
It is more funny spy.
Anyway, Spies Like Us. No. Like, yeah. American Asian. I don't know. American Assassin. Crawfish are fun for the whole family. Yes. Salt. No. Paul says, hey yo, taste testers. We got Lee, Smoking Bear. He says, what's up, Dashing Crew? Possibly Alligator. La Femme Nikita. Wasn't La Femme Nikita? Oh, Aeon Flux. That was a good movie. Undercover Brother. Couple pounds of gator in the freezer, Noob says. Holy cow. Triple X. Was that the one he was talking about? Yeah, he did say Triple X, I think. All right. So let's get this started. Let's get this started, right? So Johnny from View to a Grill, he asked me, or he in Monday's video, so Tuesday's video, yesterday's video, he commented and he said, talking about delivery stories might make for a good topic for a live stream. So I figured I would talk to you guys, and if you guys had any questions about how I do the deliveries or anything like that, we're kind of more of a loosey-goosey type of live stream tonight. Don't really have a whole bunch of topics, and I definitely just want to change the worldly subject, if you guys understand what I'm saying. But one of the craziest deliveries I think I've ever did, and I think I told you guys about this before. This girl, and what's crazy? She hit me up probably about a week or two ago asking if I had any food available, and I'm just not excited about giving her food. Let's see. Benji says I charge $5 delivery, full box away, or 59 blocks away. That's what's up. All right. Well, Benji, I'd charge a little bit more for that. Baltimore, I kind of, those people who are in my zip code, I charge them $5, and then as they get further away. In Baltimore City, I usually charge them no more than about $8. Outside of the city and just a little further away, usually about $10. Going down to PG County, which is where the young lady who lived over in that delivery video where I went south, that was about a $20 delivery, but she's like 45 minutes away. Half hour, 45 minutes. I got there in less than 45 minutes. But anyway, so But one of the craziest deliveries I had was Spanky. What's up? One of the craziest deliveries I had was actually during Thanksgiving. This lady ordered a turkey, and then she was having some sort of issues, and then she wanted the turkey delivered to her parents' house. And I think I've told you guys about this before. But this lady, and I'm not going to out her, because like I said, she's one of these people that I will always remember her for the wrong reason. So she ordered the turkey, and the whole thing was, for Thanksgiving, and almost any time I do a Thanksgiving, I get people to confirm and make sure they pay me up front, unless you talk to me and we make some sort of arrangement. So I'm like, all right, hey, let's call her Crystal. Her name's not Crystal, but let's call her Crystal. I'm like, Crystal, look, you got to pay me for the turkey. Do you still want the turkey? She's like, yeah, I want the turkey. Please, please, please. She's like, look, I don't get paid until Thursday morning. I will, make sure I have your payment, or, when you deliver the turkey to me. I'm like, okay, cool. I said, you know what? It's not a problem. I'll go ahead and I'll smoke the turkey for you. I don't want you to be without a turkey for Thanksgiving. That's, that's first mistake. So I get to, make all my deliveries. And because she lives close to me, she was like, I ended up doing, a lot of times I'll do the deliveries close to me first and then do the ones that are further away last, and then just kind of drive home. Well, I don't know, for whatever reason this year I did, or that particular year, I did the further deliveries first, and then I did the closer deliveries later. So she was one of the last stops, if not the last stop. So I get to her house and I knock on the door, and I'm like, there's nobody answering. Well, what the heck? What in the world? What's going on? So I call her and I'm like, hey, again, her name's not Crystal, but I'm like, hey, Crystal, I'm at your door. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I had an emergency. I'm not home. Okay, well, where are you then? If you're not home, I have a turkey for you. She said, well, I'm actually out and about. I had an emergency. Can you take it to my parents' house? And I'm like, can I take it to your parents' house? What do I look like taking this to your parents' house? She said, they live 3 or 4 blocks away. Okay, no problem. What's the address? She said, I'll text you the address in a second. I text the address. I go to the house, knock on the door. And I knock on the door, and the girl who answers the door, she's like, oh, Crystal is my sister. So she takes the turkey. And I'm like, oh, no, hold up. The turkey hasn't been paid for yet. And she's like, well, how much is the turkey? I said, well, the turkey is $65 plus delivery. I'm like, it's basically $70 or so. And I think I said 70 or 75. So at this point, I'm like, pay me. So she tells their father, and the father's like, I ain't paying for no darn $70 turkey or whatever it is. The turkey better be delicious, blah, blah, blah. He starts fussing. So I hear him, right? And mind you, she took the turkey, like she's got the turkey. She's standing there with the turkey. So I said, well, look, if you're not going to pay for the turkey, I said, there's no problem. I will just go ahead and take the turkey back. So I ended up taking the turkey back home, and I think we ended up eating it later. But when I talked to the girl, she said she had a medical emergency, and she was actually in the hospital. But I'm like, yo, unfortunately, I done went out of my way to smoke this turkey for it. I could have saved my time and not done it, or just not come and been home 20 minutes or half an hour sooner. Because I had to go to my sister-in-law's house to, of course, to cook and do my own family's Thanksgiving. So that was the wildest delivery story I had. But let's see. So, temperature chitlins spilled in my backseat car, funky for a month. Man, D Young, I'm sorry to hear that. That's why you need some sort of transportation type device, and then it'll help thwart some of that. No, it was not. I don't know why Crystal. Crystal was actually the name of one of the people who was on that delivery route from the video yesterday. So her name popped into my head. Midnight Toker was a good one. Paul was crazy. Yesterday was the first time we actually I did smoke a snapper. I just cooked it on the Traeger. It wasn't actually smoked. I just cooked the whole fish. I cut it up, cut some slivers in it, seasoned it up, and threw it out on Traeger. And we actually enjoyed it. My wife, taste testing number 2, and we stood around in the kitchen and we picked at that thing and ate the whole thing right off of the tray, which is crazy. Well, Russell says his best worst delivery stories all involve bringing crap to his cabin. Russell, I've seen some of the stuff and the problems you've had bringing things to your cabin. If you guys haven't or don't know, Russell from Raspberry Rock, our off-grid cabin, last week he put up a video. It was an hour-long compilation of a year of life at the cabin. And I'll tell you, Russell, I learned a lot, because I've only been following you for probably the past 2 months, maybe 3 months, since you have infiltrated the barbecue community for the better. But so I've only been watching your videos for, for not very long. So I don't know the entire story about everything at your cabin. But watching that video was actually rather insightful. So I thought it was pretty cool. So if you can take a moment to watch and learn about Russell and his cabin, that's pretty cool. Let's see. Thomas from Michigan. All right. What's up? Let's see. Noops is just hanging. That's chat, folks. Hello. What's up? Todd. Hopefully all is well with you. Eric says, hey, Dash and the fellas. Hope everyone and their families are safe and well. Yes, indeed. Everybody's saying hi. Great time to catch up on comments. Y'all have a good one. Got to make sure the computer homework is done. Well, shoot, I already know how that goes. Infiltrated. Yes, Russell, you infiltrated the barbecue community for the better. I think you've proven yourself. You've gotten out the grill every now and again. I'm not interested in delivering this food. I drive a truck for a living. I'm trying to get away from delivery, but I'm curious about ways to have food delivered to future customers. Well, so Victor, point blank, the only way, well, there's two ways. If you're going to hand carry it, then you need to have someone you trust that will be careful with your food. Or if you're going to ship it, then you have to have the proper containers and shipping methodology down pat in order to get it done. But I think one of the things about me is I'm too anal to let other folks deliver it. Now if I needed to, I have two people that I could trust. That would, like one guy, he's a good friend of mine, who actually does deliveries for a living. He delivers beer and wine. I was gonna say liquor, but it's beer and wine. And then I have another friend who, actually my friend Roger, who's helped me out in the past and been in some of the videos. I think he's a driver too, so all is wellish. I understand that. Definitely. Hobo Nickel, what's up, man? Howdy to you too, sir. Holy cow, we got some heavy hitters on the live stream this evening. Like, really want to thank you guys for taking the time out of your evening to hang out with me. But do you guys have any questions about how I do the deliveries? I mean, I showed you a glimpse of how it's done yesterday, and I've brought you along for some of the deliveries in the past. Like when I've done holiday deliveries, like Thanksgiving, I think I did one video where I showed kind of behind the scenes, or it might have been Christmas. But if you guys you have any questions about the deliveries, I know one of the main questions I get all the time is, do I charge a delivery fee? The answer is yes. Anyone who lives in my same zip code is $5. Once you get out of my zip code, it's 6, 7, 8 or so, and then most anyone in the city is no more than $8 for delivery. When you start getting out into some of into the county and further out into the county, then the delivery fee can get up to between 10 and depending, it can be up to $15. Now, the young lady who lived half an hour, 45 minutes south of me, her delivery fee was $20. So PG County, $20. Montgomery County is same, about $20 for me to go down there. And I'm not trying to get rich off of delivery fees, because I'm just not. But I got to charge something. But I mean, a $20 delivery fee to Montgomery County, that might be a 40 or actually probably an 80-mile round trip. And I can easily, at least now with fuel prices the way they are, I probably can get fuel for under $2. So yeah. All right, so Mike says, how do you figure out what goes where and how to get for delivery? So the whole thing, Mike, is it depends. So this past weekend, or actually let's just start over. That event that I was delivering for, that food that I was delivering for, was actually 2 Saturdays ago. And the whole thing was, the young lady who I took her whole brisket. So you guys saw that video where I made 2 briskets and I cut them up on the board and I showed you how I cut them up. Okay, so this is kind of like how, you know, there's the different pieces of one cook that get spread out into multiple videos. So the one piece was me. I didn't actually show you cooking the brisket on the smokers or on the smoker, on the steel drum smoker, but I did show you guys me slicing it up. So those of you guys who really enjoyed that video, thank you so much for watching. But then the next piece of it was when I delivered it. So the whole thing was she hit me up and she says, hey, you know, I need a whole brisket. Or she actually hit me up. She said, I need 2 briskets. I said, okay, no problem. And I told you guys about how she kind of flip-flopped back and forth because she was needing 2 briskets and then she needed 1 brisket. Then her aunt heard that she was getting briskets and then she ordered 2 again. And then she's like, hey, with everything going on, we're kind of ramping down the party and we're not really having a party, but we still want some brisket for us in the house. So I do want a brisket. So I'm like, okay. Well, I said, well, heck, you know what? I'm already kind of cooking. Let me see if anybody else wants brisket. So I hit up my friend Jose, the car guy. All right, I told you. So I hit him up and I said, hey man, you want any brisket this weekend? And actually he hit me up and said, whenever you have some, let me know. So that was like Monday or Tuesday. So I hit him up on Thursday and I'm like, hey, I will be cooking this weekend. Do you want me to put you on the list? Yes. Then I had another girl whose name is actually Crystal. Okay, that's the Crystal. She said, hey, can I, when you have brisket next, please let me know. So no problem. I hit her up. And then the other lady who I stopped at, she's just one of these people that I know where she lives. So if I'm anywhere near her house, I'll hit her up. And if I'm going anywhere near her house, and if I have food, have anything extra, she knows I hit her up. And you guys didn't see it because the way her house was, she was kind of behind a bush. But I opened up the car door and she was out the door. She was doing a happy dance on her porch. But you guys couldn't see it. So because of the way that it was, but she was the one that had that long yard. And then I walked up and around and she was doing a happy dance kind of on her porch behind the tree. You couldn't see it. So I just did the fast motion, the time lapse for that. So, but I mean, once I know who I'm delivering to, I just create a route. And then I use a software called Roadmaster, but it's not very difficult if I have, or excuse me, it's called Road Warrior. But that day I have, well, 3 deliveries originally planned, and it's really not that difficult for me to just plug an address into Google. And most of the time I have all of these folks' addresses because I've delivered to them already. Carlos, how you doing this evening? Let's see. Just call me Hobo, no problem. How did the salmon, or it was trout? Uncle Steve, it was great. Actually, my taste tester number 2 and I really liked it. My wife, on the other hand, she does not like, she prefers salmon and trout blackened. Actually, she prefers the trout blackened because, and I don't know if it's the trigger or if it, or what, but the trigger tends to dry things out, the convection in there. It's just, it works okay with some things and it doesn't work very well with others. And that piece of trout, she said she found it a little dry. She said it tasted okay, but she found it a little dry. So she wasn't like, I need you to make this again for me tomorrow. I actually prefer, all right, let's see. You gotta get a better angle that next time you deliver to her. Yeah, Darian. I will see. You know, it's one of those things, man, where I don't really want to put these folks on the spot by shoving the camera in their face. I'm the one that's on camera, okay? And there are some of my folks that know I do deliveries, but not everyone. And not everyone wants to be on camera, and not everyone is camera ready all the time. So, you know, yeah, I can't. Ricardo, how you doing this evening? Life of Miss Dukes is happy dance, happy dance. Now, I'll tell you, Life of Miss Dukes is one of those people who I have delivered to, and I deliver to consistently. She gets brisket from me, and she will probably be hitting me up soon about some Easter brisket, if we haven't spoke about it already. She has almost like a standing order of 3 or 3.5 pounds of brisket. So she's one of my faithfuls, and you know what's crazy? I found her, she found me via Instagram, and then I think I posted a time or two about the fact that I do YouTube videos, and then she started watching, and it's so funny because Now, you're like, it's funny because I know how people know me by what they call me, and she calls me Dash. So I know that she is, one of those YouTube folks, and I am so very appreciative. This is I really, really, really appreciate it. I mean, I bump into her every now and again. When was the last time I saw you? I think it was Royal Farm not too long ago. So, but you definitely appreciate you. Luke Alamanis, what's going on? He says, "Hey yo, hope all is well." Yes, sir. I am doing well. Actually, was a little under the weather earlier this afternoon. I came home from work and I was like, you know what? I'm not feeling the day. I'm gonna try and start over. I went and took like a 3-hour nap. Feeling much better. I said I wasn't gonna drink anything, but we might have to bust something out. I saw somebody. Let's see. 18 thumbs up, 33 folks watching. Victor says, "Come on, folks, show some appreciation for the man." Well, I appreciate you. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. It really does make me feel better. Not only does it make me feel better, it really does help the videos and my channel. So if you could, please and thank you. Webcam CEO says, "I'm trying to start my food truck. I want to get my LLC this year." So if you haven't already, I went through LegalZoom, and it was one of those things where you could do it yourself and do all the running around and the paperwork and sending the stuff back and forth and back and forth, or you could pay them to do it. And it was really not that expensive for LegalZoom to do it, and they did it all for me, all. And one of the better investments in my time I did. So Brian says, "Hope you're being safe, and so is your family. You're a great man." Well, thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. I have pretty much been, I'm gonna say, the only one going out. The kids really haven't gone out very much. I took taste tester number 2 out with me last week. We went to Sam's, but other than that, we've been kind of staying in the house. My wife, I know she gets a little stir crazy, so I've been taking her out every now and again. But I just go to work. I come home from work. Like this morning, I actually went and found some toilet paper. Yay! I went to Costco this morning and was able to get some. Mr. Hawkins says, "I prefer to use my bullet smoker with a water pan so it doesn't dry out. Turns out moist and tender." Now, I agree. Now, what I probably should have done, Mr. Hockett or Jack, is put some water in with the trout as I was cooking it, but I really just didn't think about it. I knew it was going to be a short cook, and I don't know. I probably could have spritzed the trout with something to help it stay a little moist, but I'm not one to do a whole bunch of spritzing. Hey, Jeff, I appreciate that. Jeff dropped $10. You gotta put something witty or funny because you have the opportunity to say something, or for me to say something with the super chats. So I really appreciate it. Hey, Quester J, he says, "Gotta call it early dash long day, planting trees and veggie plants tonight or today. Night, everyone." Well, look, sir, you take great care. Really appreciate you popping on and hanging out. But you know what? Let's do a shot. Oh boy. Where are my shot glasses? Here's one. Okay, so I have this. This is that sheepdog peanut butter whiskey. I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot of this just because it's pretty good. Oh man, shot glass whiskey, and we are just gonna almost done. Up. Shoot. All right, here we go. Salute. If I start tripping, it's your fault because I haven't eaten anything. Okay. Whew. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that. You have to say what kind of trout. Do you know? Just curious. Oh, it was steelhead. Does that make? I don't know if that makes a. Oh, okay. Like Miss Deuce says, Chick-fil-A. I guess that was the last time. I thought I saw you in the Royal Farms too, but maybe it was Chick-fil-A. Okay. Let's see. So Victor, it was steelhead trout. I'm not a, I don't know my trout species. So yeah. Grumpus says, "Hey Dash and everybody, I made it. Yes, we can now. I guess we can end the live stream. Grumpus is here, so there's nothing else to be seen or heard, so we can end it. Lots of barbecue going on in Austin, Texas. Stang Man says, well, sure. I don't have any Everclear, Spanky. I have not been wanting to purchase the moonshine, and I don't drink Everclear. I drink moonshine. I have not been wanting to purchase any moonshine from the state or from the liquor stores just because it's so daggone expensive. For what I can get from the liquor store or the liquor store, I can get from somebody, pickup truck in a gallon jug for the same price. Big Steve says, hey, good people. Out of order. No, I don't have to take a drink. I just elected to take a drink. Whenever someone says I'm a great man, I tell them they spell strange wrong. STRANGEGREA. Wait. Well, Russell, yeah. Spanky says he takes his wife out for a walk every day. All right, but that doesn't happen very often. Well, Russell, I will make sure to call you a great man if I can make your live stream on tomorrow. Uh-oh. You okay? All right. I need to get my logo trademarked. Does LegalZoom cover trademarks? I believe it does, Smoking Goodness, but I don't know. I have never trademarked anything. I don't mean to change the subject, but Restaurant Depot around me are open to the public. You too? No, they are not open to the public, and I am actually grateful for that because I can actually still get things rather easily when I go into the Restaurant Depot. That was one of the things I commented on. I was telling somebody the other day about Restaurant Depot, and I was saying that the fact that they are not open to the public reduces the amount of people that are in there. But you know what's crazy? Business is business, and folks can't get what they need elsewhere. I don't blame the Restaurant Depot for allowing or opening up to the public. Oh, speaking of smoothie, let me get it. Still frozen. Uh-oh. No, I didn't. So it's still frozen solid. Anybody else? What do you get from the Tropical Smoothie Cafe? My go-to is the Island Green, but I get the sugar subbed out for Splenda. Then I see leave a little in the bottle, finish it up. All right, Darian. Oh, gosh, yeah. That's the end of it. Is this the end? All right. Only trout I know is brown trout. Yeah, it was steelhead. What's your favorite brand of pellets and why? Rich, I tell you, you guys ask me about charcoal and things like that. Whatever's on sale, man. I have been getting Pit Boss pellets from Walmart just because it's readily available. Though I did buy a bag of some kind of pellets when I was in Sam's the other day. And it was just one of those things where it's like, oh, they have pellets. I think it was a 30-pound or 40-pound bag, so it was about $15, which is about what I'm paying for the pellets at Walmart. The only difference is the Pit Boss pellets I've gotten I try to get flavor. Like I really like apple, and then I also like it's like a fruit medley. I think it is the bag. Now, the one thing I did not like, and I'm so glad that I'm done with it, is the charcoal. The Pit Boss charcoal pellets. Ugh, I did not like them, Sam I am, at all. Oh boy. Oh man. I think this is a good choice. The steelhead trout is a sea run rainbow trout. Very good eating, cooking any way you cook salmon. You're absolutely right, Victor. You know, the sea trout or the steelhead trout and the salmon, they look very similar, especially as soon as you open them up. And we enjoy them pretty much the same way. Like I said, my wife likes to blacken the salmon. And also she likes to blacken the trout. As of late, I've been getting a fillet of trout every week, and we have been usually on Saturday or Sunday we'll have that trout more or less as a brunch type thing. I told you guys I'm doing intermittent fasting, so usually at right afternoon we'll have trout on Saturday or Sunday. Anyway, so yeah, let's see. Rob Perez says I can, but that shot. You're gonna make me have to get something else. I'm out of this sheepdog whiskey. Oh look, there's a little corner left in the bottle. So let's see. I'm gonna be here all day trying to get that out. Look, I'm gonna turn the bottle upside down in front of me, and we'll see if it actually comes out. The cooking cop. What's up, Josh? Yo, 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 yo. Hold on. Yo, 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 yo. Hopefully I got them all. Joshua Walker says, my man doing it big. Y'all stay safe there. It's a tricky business delivering food, as I have been doing so lately. Well, I agree, Joshua. Josh. So, it is tricky, and I've told you guys about this, and I didn't tell many delivery stories, but here's another one. I delivered some food, and I was this is probably when I was first getting started doing the deliveries, and the whole thing was, excuse me, taste testing number 2. Hey.
Yes.
Quiet.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. So I had just started delivering food, and actually this girl who I delivered food to, her name was Tyler, and she ordered some ribs. I believe they were ribs she ordered. She really liked the ribs, and she and her daughter, or her and her daughter, anyway, they liked the ribs, so she would order ribs every now and again. Well, she ordered ribs one day, and I hit her up, and I was like, hey, are you home? She was like, no, I'm not home. I'm at my aunt's house, or something like that. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, well, what's the address? So she gives me an address, and I'm like, well, all right, I don't even know where this is. Like, I was somewhere on the east side of Baltimore. And if you know anything, if you watch The Wire, or if you're familiar with Baltimore, the east side of Baltimore is the less savory part of town. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. The less savory part of town. And, when I got to this destination, I was like, holy hell. And the whole thing was, she was at her aunt's house because someone had just gotten killed. And it was like the entire neighborhood was out on that damn block. And I didn't know anybody that was out there. And the whole thing was, I was like, and I've told you guys about this, and when I talked about the act as if, okay, in the past. And I get out of my car, and I see folks just like standing around. I see cats shooting dice. I see cats making transactions. I see, it's a lot going on. So I find a parking spot, I park, I get out of my car, lock the car. My wife was actually with me, and I'm just like, just stay in the car. I'll be right back. So I get out of the car, and I'm walking up the block because I'm like a few houses down from the address that I was given. So I'm walking past folks, and as I'm walking past folks, my whole thing is they don't know me, and I don't know them, but I want to make sure they are at ease. So first thing I do is I'm a guest in their home, right? I'm a guest in their area, their surroundings. They know everybody. They don't know me, right? So I'm like, I just get out the car, and I get out and I start walking up the street, and I kind of nod, and I'm like, what's up, fellas? And I kind of get a nod, and hey, what's going on? So I'm like, all right, food in hand, is walking, because I'm trying to let y'all know, I'm not here as the police or to observe what's going on. I'm making this food delivery. I'm going to go knock on the door, get the door. Hey, here's the food. All right, thank you for my $25, and be on my way, right? Yeah, Rob, I wish it was a little easier, but they really want to make sure that you are willing and want to send a super chat. Let's see. I will have my food truck up by next year. Should I get a business loan? That's up to you, webcam CEO. I don't know your financial situation, though. If you are able to do it without a loan, then do it. If you need to get a loan, then do it. Having extra working capital was always a good idea. You ever use the sous vide to reheat meat? If so, any recommendations? So, Patrick, I have. I've used it once, or actually on 2 occasions. One was for an event that I just kind of reheated the food and then mixed it in with everything else. But because, all right, so full disclosure. So, I had an event. It was for someone who was having a party at their home. The event was canceled because of weather. I'm like, okay, no problem. So what I said to her was, I said, hey, I can I can go ahead and I'll take your food and I will just go ahead and freeze it. And she's like, okay, that's great. She's like, I didn't want it to go to waste. And the storm that came through. So she actually said, when you bring the food for this other event, can you just bring that food too? Or, like put it in there. And I'm like, sure, no problem. And she's like, I'm going to pay you for both separate events. I said, you don't have to pay me for separate events. I said, we'll just take the cost of your home event and we'll roll it into the other event. And, she's like, nope, you cooked for me twice, so I'm going to pay you twice. I'm like, okay, thanks. So what I ended up doing was that she had like a 10 or 15 pound order for the event that she was having, like the catered event she was having, for the bigger event. And I took her less than 5 pound order and rolled it into the other. And she was happy that she got some extra food, and she said she just took some of it home. So yeah. Looks like cough syrup. It really wasn't cough syrup. It is not bad. Economically important as commercial fishery. So Newcomb says steelhead, the androgynous form of rainbow trout, are economically important as a commercial fishery. Well, that's what's up. Josh says, happy hump day, April Fool's Day. Yes, indeed. So all my friends here safe. So all of my friends here safe and okay. I'm hoping, Spanky, thumbs up, please. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. FYC run means it goes out to the ocean for a year or two, then returns. So it's original stream, just like salmon, but unlike salmon, they don't necessarily die after spawning. Well, that's good to hear. I learn something new every time I talk to you, Victor, about fish, man. You definitely are my fish guy. Like, seriously. Frank gave me 40-pound bag of pit boss pellets the other day. I put some in a foil pack and smoked some jerk chicken on the Weber. Dude, I used to use pellets like back in the day before I had a pellet smoker or that amazing smoking tube. I used to throw pellets and I had some Johnny Walker pellets. Like Jack Daniels, I'm sorry. It was Jack Daniels pellets. And on the bag it said, just sprinkle some in with your charcoal like you would wood chips. And I did that. And I used to do that every now and again. And I never really noticed a discernible difference. But I could see putting some in a foil pack to smoke would probably have some effect. So sounds good. What did you think of them, Steve? Let's see. Slick Red says I smoked a couple rib eyes with Applewood last weekend. He said it's the best steaks ever. I like reverse hearing or low and slow steaks. Definitely. I can tell you that's something I can't wait for. That's what nurse work from home is not bad. You're absolutely right. Well, so Newcomb, it was one of those things where I didn't necessarily know where I was going until I was there, and or she elected to do a ride along. Taking that back to spawning. Brian. Mike says, what other fish have I smoked? So I've smoked some porgies, I've smoked some sea bass. I don't really talk much about it. I've smoked some of those sea robins. They were actually pretty good. Actually, if you've never cooked or eaten a sea robin, they're an ugly looking fish. They kind of look like catfish, and they are an ugly looking fish, but they are very meaty, and the meat is very white and tender. So the trout, salmon, of course. I didn't smoke the red snapper, but I bought a red snapper again from Costco last weekend, and I just cooked it on the grill. I think it probably about half an hour, 45 minutes on the grill. And I just, again, Uncle Steve's, the Gator Shake, seasoned it up, and boom, that was it. So season it both sides, put some slits in it, and let it cook until it got to 145 degrees. Well, you boomed in the room, Brian. Just like you just dropped a mic on us. I still like the time you live stream from Germany. Well, that was cool, Spanky. That was rough. That was a rough one for me because of the fact that I had to get up. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, local time. But I was hell bent on making sure that you guys had a live stream and walking you guys around that house was, well, the hotel, we'll loosely call it a hotel, was pretty cool. Yeah, I did whisper because it was late, man. I wasn't the only one, and I had to kind of talk softly, and I sat out in that chair in the middle of the hallway, like it was a house, and I walked you guys around. I think I walked you guys around the building, and it was a creaky old house. It was dope though. Definitely was dope. One of the things that was crazy though, that I recently started watching a girl who lived in Germany, I guess with her boyfriend. She's from this area, and actually she lives in DC. So she's from the area, and I think she's from the area, I'm pretty sure. Or she's from Pennsylvania. Anyway, she lives in DC. Her boyfriend or her fiance is German, and she lived in Germany for a while. And what's crazy is I was only in Germany for a week, if that. And some of the things that she talks about, some of the differences between being in America and being a American in Germany, and then some of the things that are like distinctly German that she knows or has. The whole thing is, but I can relate to a lot of the different things because I've seen some of those things. One of the things that she talked about in the video recently was like Lidl and Aldi. Most Americans don't like Lidl and or Aldi because of the way the Germans do things is all about efficiency and boom boom boom. Where in America you go to a market and people relax and they have conversations and they talk and they kind of take their time and it's a social interaction with the cashier. Whereas at an Aldi and a Lidl, they're like boom, 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 boom. They want to get you in, they want to get you out, and the whole thing is because they're timed on each of those transactions. Where that doesn't happen here in most American markets. But just interesting. Smoke barbecue therapy. Good evening to you too, sir. How was everything? Yeah, Spanky, I was whispering for sure. I so enjoyed hanging out with all of you guys. Well, Spanky, man, look. I appreciate you being a part, man, of the Still Drum Smokers barbecue family. You are definitely, in the crew. You've been rocking with me for a very long time. Let's see, pretty good. It had a long, burnt but faint flavor. It will not replace wood chunks of chips, but will not go to waste. Yeah, that's the thing, Steve. I tell you, you probably will do better in the description down below. I have a link for a thing called the Amazing Smoking Tube, and you can get that off of Amazon. It's less than $20, and I think the one I have on there is a 12-inch tube, and the whole thing is you light it up and you put the pellets in. You light up the pellets. Now you'll need like a butane torch to light the pellets because the pellets do not light easily. But the whole thing is you light the pellets, and then once they get on fire, let them burn for about a minute or two. You blow it out, and then the pellets will smolder like incense, and they'll give off smoke. And that is what you put in your when you're cooking something, and it will actually have a decent smoke flavor. Rob says, "How long?" I was in Germany for a week when I was there. It was just about a week. We landed on Tuesday and we left on Saturday, so it was about a week. Can't complain. I wanted to get started bringing this Long Island style smoke barbecue. Well, that's what's up. All right, so Jeff says he found his amazing tube at Walmart, so maybe you can find it at Walmart. Still frozen. Gotta be patient. Spanky says, Steve, go to Harbor Freight and get a propane torch. It'll definitely help you out as far as getting it started. Lou says he loves Aldi, hasn't done Lidl yet. So when I was in Germany, I saw Lidl, and I wanted to go into a Lidl while I was over there, but just never got the opportunity to. I wanted to go in. My wife was like, "Why do we want to go in Lidl? We can just do that back home." I was like, "I want to see the German store in Germany." All right. So, Lewis's Target has a smoking tubes for a good price as well. Zach Attack says, "Yo." Nope. Still frozen. Just gonna be patient. I might not actually get to eat that tonight or drink it tonight, but it's okay. Anyway, what do you guys have going on? Anybody cooking anything? Cooked anything recently of note or anything else going on? I mean, obviously we're just trying to take our minds off of the major, it's a catastrophe, but the pandemic. Everybody, we can all agree that it's a problem. Little man, shoot, I'm just chilling. I'm chilling. Look. You know as well as anybody. I'm a regular guy. Man. Shoot, we've talked on the phone and you've hit me up and whatever. I'm just a regular guy, dog. That's just where's Kirk at? Got barbecue sauce made for Monday. What's Monday? What's going on Monday? I'm jiggling the comments here. You guys can't see, so I have my thumb on the screen jiggling the comments. Grilled my first tri-tip tonight. He said home run. Well, Grumpus, man, I tell you, tri-tip for me has been kind of hit or miss. Because there were sometimes I'll like knock it out of the park, and there's other times where it's like, The last time I made tri-tip, it was kind of like, So Dash, Zacatech says, Dash, I want something like a half-size Cambro to keep food warm while doing large coals for the family. Cooks for the family. What do you have in mind? See that box right there, that fold-over styrofoam, or I think it was polypropylene. It's not styrofoam, but it's a little harder than styrofoam. One of those things, because the Cambros, they don't come in half sizes like that. That they really don't. They're big. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Kirk says, "Hey yo, how about delivering me that lamb secret?" 5 Bloody Marys. Deep name. Need that lamb. Super regular guy. You know, it's funny, Kirk. I saw Kirk post on Facebook. He asked something about if he won the lottery or if he won $1 million, what was one of the first things that we thought he would buy? And I was this close to commenting he was going to pay me for my lamb recipe. Throughout a My State Food Challenge. Well, that's what's up, Jimmy. I saw that and I kind of like the way I cook and my schedule. I can't participate in those challenges. I need like a lot more running room than like a week. I just can't always get stuff cooked. Smoking barbecue therapy is it's crazy here in New York. My wife is a nurse and I work for the Department of Sanitation. Well, everywhere is crazy, man. My mother and father-in-law came home from Florida. Well, that's good, Mike. Lou says, "Yeah, man, I'd be pissed, dude. It's rock solid. It's last time I thought it out, it took probably close to 2 hours, if not more. Yeah, it's a little thinner on the bottom." With all part, like I could take it and put it in the microwave, but I'm not. I'm just gonna sit here and let it do what it do. Big Steve said he smoked the meatloaf stuffed with mushroom, 4 different cheese, peppers, and onions. Daggone, yo. So Big Steve, Mr. Anderson is not here, but Andrew smoked meatloaf not too long ago, and he wrapped it in bacon. And I did a meatloaf wrapped in bacon, but it was beef bacon, of course, and it turned out pretty good. But I didn't put any cheese inside, but I probably will be putting some cheese inside the next one just because. But to be completely honest with you, I am not a meatloaf fan, so I gotta do a whole bunch to make a meatloaf want to be good. Rob says he's cooking turkey on the drum tomorrow. Well, that's what's up. Howdy, what's going on, Steven? How you doing this evening? I saw Steven, I think it was last week or so on Instagram. He was making he said it was Trinidadian chicken, some Trinidadian style chicken, man. It looked pretty good. It might have been last week or 2 weeks ago, but it looked good. I was I'm still going through withdrawals of not having chicken lately, and it's killing me. I am so ready. I came home from work today, and my wife said, I had pork sausage today. I will not break. I will not break. I will stick to this pescatarian thing until the end of, we got until next Friday. Next Friday. So today's the first. I have 10 days to go. Barbecue sauce going to waste since all my gigs dried up. Well, Brian, man, try to put some, I don't know how you can preserve it, but maybe put it in the back of the beer fridge. Sorry, put it in the back of the beer fridge, so it can hold up. Right, there you go, the tri-tips. Right there with you in the tri-tips I made. Jeff says, shoot. I feel like, I do one well, and then the next one is just like, and then the other one I might do well. What's happening? So this will finally be mine. I don't know about that, man. Don't want to spoil the future topic, but any thought on Easter dinner yet? I was looking at it, and it's just going to be my wife, vegetarian, and my 2-year-old, so I may splurge on something I want. Well, shoot, man, Lou, nothing wrong with that. Haven't actually looked into what I'm doing for Easter. Speaking of which, Ms. Dukes, if you're still here, I don't know if you want some brisket for Easter or not. I don't think we've talked about it yet. It's fine. Taste tester number 3 is down here. No, thank you. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. All right. What's wrong with the water?
Nothing.
Can you put it in the refrigerator for me? I'll drink it later.
Okay.
Appreciate it. She's so sweet when she wants to be. Since you're asking us what's been happening lately, I'm happy to say I've been getting some more customers, so more cooks, but no fishing in Washington waters because of the virus. Really? Victor, that's strange. I actually saw someone the other day post in Maryland that due to the shelter-in-place order that the governor put out, that pleasure fishing was not going to be allowed, but you could do some light recreational fishing for sustenance. It was kind of oxymoronic because the guy who posted it was like, so does that mean I can only take like half a day's limit or can I stay out and get my whole limit? Get and try some beef bacon. Well, Big Steve, man, look. One of the things I don't like about beef bacon is, one, it's more expensive, and the pack that you get of beef bacon is usually smaller. So if you haven't seen it or you can't get it, it probably or most likely will come in a 12-ounce package and cost the same, if not more, as pork bacon that is in a 16-ounce package. That's one of my only gripes about it. Jeff says he made some homemade sloppy joes. Well, hang on, getting ready to order me a set of Wolfstoff knives. Shoot, man, I don't know. I it's one of those things where when I break down and buy a really expensive knife, I'll probably be under the, it's one of those things where I've said it before, and it's like, I now know why, this person or that person spent this amount of money on something. I just can't do it right now, man. I can't justify spending whatever the cost is on some really expensive knives. Smoke Barbecue Therapy says, I'm working on a recipe for rib tips, but rib tip burnt ends. I'll let you know how it comes out. Well, good luck with that, man. Despite not working this week or next, probably. Well, Victor, unfortunately, it's probably for the better. Sorry, Spanky. It happens. Hey, you know what? Send me some. I'm pretty funny, or we're pretty funny about barbecue sauces. We don't use a lot of barbecue sauce. So I'm trying to think. No, I actually took Big Steve's sauce and did I put it outside? I have a toolbox, and I put some of my barbecue stuff in the toolbox just to kind of get it off from around the grills and stuff like that. So I actually do a tour on that soon. That might be coming up for you guys next week. I might film that tomorrow, so to be ready for next week. I don't know why, but I've been craving a nice 2-inch thick porterhouse. Shoot. Do it, dude. Do it. Do it. Lucy's Mo Butter, baby. Yes, she's gone now, but yes. Uh, Cash App for payments, PayPal, credit cards. So, for payments, when people pay me a lot more than, or more often than not recently, there's been a lot of folks who've been paying me via Cash App, and I'm cool with it. But I prefer PayPal, and I've told you guys in the past I prefer PayPal because the money, once someone pays me via PayPal, the money is in my PayPal account like that. And because I have a PayPal debit card, I can use that PayPal debit card, and in using that PayPal debit card, it offsets some of the transactional fees or the transaction fees with, or in association with that card. Now with the Cash App, if someone's, like I did deliveries on Saturday, okay, or on a Saturday. When I do deliveries on Saturday, the way that Cash App works is, they send you the money, and as soon as somebody sends me the money, I take it out of the Cash App account, immediately, and I send it to my bank. Now, if I know that I'm going to be getting a whole lot of Cash App payments, then I'll wait to the end of the day and I'll just send it all at once. But for the most part, I don't want somebody to be able to snatch that money back, unfortunately. So okay. There's taste test number 3. There's a sighting of taste test number 3 again. Is that one of my shirts?
No, it's Mommy's.
Okay. So everyone said hi to you when you were here a moment ago. And Lou said, hey. He said, Mo Butter Baby. You want to say Mo Butter Baby for him?
Mo Butter Baby.
You gotta wait till you.
Mo Butter Baby.
All right. Thank you. 8 years old and has a catchphrase. Anyway, so Cash App works really well. The only problem is, I tried to one day send it instantly and it didn't work. It actually took longer to get to my bank than it did by doing the standard transfer. But of course, if I do the transfer on a Saturday, it doesn't go in until the business day, which is Monday, which means the money doesn't hit my account until Tuesday. And it's not that big of a deal. I don't know. It's not like if I were, like if this were my sole income or sole social income, then I probably would have a problem with being paid in arrears like that. And I would probably force more people to use PayPal because that money is in that account instantly. But I have a PayPal card reader, kind of like a Square reader, that I use with the PayPal, and swipe the card, boom, and the money is in my account really quickly. That's what's up, Lou. Lou says, every time I buy butter, I always have to say it out loud. More butter, baby. Still frozen. Grandpa says the more you use them, the quicker this thing goes away. All right, because it's sitting right here, I want to keep bothering it, but I'm gonna leave it alone. You said done any ribeye steak cook-offs? No, I have not done any more ribeye steak cook-offs. The one that I've gone to twice is so far it seems like it's still on, at least for right now. But that there was a SCA event that was going to be happening. I think it might have been like the weekend, like this weekend coming up, or last weekend, and obviously it seems to have been canceled. Even if it wasn't canceled, I wasn't going. Can you transfer money from Cash App to PayPal? I do not believe so. You have to use a traditional bank account. PayPal doesn't work as a traditional bank account because you do not have a routing number or an ABA number or routing number. Saludos. How you doing this evening, Alberto? ¿Qué te pasa? It didn't give you a Cash App debit card. I did have a Cash App debit card, Brian, but I won't say I don't trust it, but I send it to my bank account, man. Don't make your head cave in, suck on that straw. Shoot, I know, Darian. I'm just gonna let it be. I'm gonna stop looking at it. I'm gonna stop. I might just go ahead and put it back in the freezer because obviously, so no, I'm not laid off. No, Spanky, I am still working. I was talking about when I was laid off in 2000, at the end of 2004. in 2015 and half of 2016 when I was working for myself. That was the time when I used PayPal more readily than I use like Venmo, or like I don't even use Venmo, and I use Zelle. I have Zelle. I think I've used it 2, maybe 3 times, but for the most part, most everybody has Cash App nowadays. I just heard earlier today, if you join SCA, you get a card so you can shop at a restaurant. Yes, indeed. So also same thing, and I've talked about this before, Victor. The if you have a KCBS membership as well as an SCA, or the State Cooking Cook-Off Association membership, you can get access to the Restaurant Depot. The only thing is they don't give you a hard card. You show them your membership information and they give you a day pass. I thought it was the other way around where they gave you a hard card, but they don't. I've learned a couple people who I live locally who have commented on videos, and also I think maybe Instagram, have told me that that's how they do it. If you have an SCA membership and or the KCBS membership, they'll give you a day pass, which is still fine. I mean, you just kind of have to go through the hassle of walking in, showing them, getting your day pass, using it, whatever. Copyright that phrase, Mo Butter Baby. Well, Brother Bear, maybe I will. I don't know how that would work out, but we shall see. Anyway, I know we kind of, I was talking about deliveries. The whole point was for me to talk about deliveries, but, I sidetracked and tangents and stuff like that. For the most part, man, though, guys, the deliveries, once you have a methodology, if you will, like once you have a way that you're going to do it, they're not that hard if you decide to do deliveries. Um, you just kind of have to make a plan and stick to it, and have a route. That's one of the most important things, is getting a route together, and then letting people know, communicate with folks and let them know, hey, I'm going to be here between this time and this time, and that's it. You can't just kind of willy-nilly be out there. I heard it was only in one day a month that they give you a day pass. Nah. Well, I don't know about your local Restaurant Depot, but no, you go in there, you show them your membership to SCA or KCBS, and you get that day pass. It's not a once a month thing. They probably told you that because whoever was working that day didn't want to do it, most likely. I don't know though. It could be different in Texas or different where you live. I don't know. I've had a Restaurant Depot card since 2014, so and I don't have the wallet with the card in it. It's upstairs. So yeah, same thing, Steve. I've never heard that it was a 1 day a month thing. You just have to go through the hassle of getting a day pass every time you go in there. But for the most part, and what'll probably happen is if you go in enough and you meet the person or see the same person at the door enough, they might tell you what's needed to get yourself to get your favorite and not your favorite, get your hard card, or get a hard card so you don't have to go through that every time. Russell says, Dash, sing us your favorite movie franchise theme. Insert the Fast and Furious theme song. Like, obviously, what's so funny is one of my alarms, my 5 a.m. alarm, which basically is my catch-all alarm when I have to go to work, is the Tokyo Drift. I wonder if you know. So I guess that's, doom, 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 doom. Get a 1 day pass. Sometimes you can get a 1 day pass. Sometimes just walking in. It depends on who's there at the door, at the desk. But you're right, Victor. Yeah. Well, Big Steve, that's what's up. He said I won enough and passed out enough food to where I got a hard card. See, it's all about being nice to people. One of the ladies who is at the Restaurant Depot near me, her name is Miss Gladys. And every time I go in there, I say hi to Miss Gladys and bend over backwards. I used to give her hugs, and the kids would go in and she would bring like half snacks and stuff for the kids, and it was dope. I don't take the kids inside Restaurant Depot with me as much anymore because I try to go on days when they're not with me. It just makes it a little easier because they're kids. I have to sign out for fill out a piece of paper, and I'm like, I just got tired of it. But where was I going with that? Oh, a friend of mine, a coworker, hit me up a couple weeks ago, and he's like, "Hey man, would it be possible to borrow your Restaurant Depot card?" And I'm like, "Sure, man, no problem." I'm like, "Yo, just meet me there." So he meets me there, and we walk in, and I scan my card, and I say to Miss Gladys, "Hey, Miss Gladys, can I get another card?" I said, I have a coworker here who is going to be doing some purchasing on my behalf every now and again. Is this something that can be done? She said, "Oh, we're kind of busy. You can't really do it right now." I said, "Okay." So we go in, we do some shopping. He's looking around, get some things. We go back to the desk, and I'm like, "Hey, Miss Gladys, any way I can get that card? I know you said you were busy, and I don't mean to bother you, but it would just make it easier for me if he had a card, then I wouldn't have to worry about passing him my card and things like that." She's like, "Okay, hold on, honey." So she that's what needs to do. She's like, the system is too busy to be able to print cards. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I kind of understand that. Mind you, this was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So I'm like, cool, I understand. So she's like, hold on. She's like, oh, look, it's working. Like, great. Thank you, Miss Gladys. I really appreciate you doing this for me. And it's just about how you talk to people sometimes. But she gave me her card. So now he has a her card. He can go in there whenever he wants. Darian says, I bet you'd be ready to sing the Eagles fight song. Every now and again I do. But it's one of those things where there's a time and a place. And I'm not just gonna waste the Eagles fight song on anybody or at any time. I don't just like willy-nilly sing it. It's important. You need to sing the fight song after a touchdown. Yeah. Y'all lucky to have a Restaurant Depot. Well, Kirk, Capitol Heights, man. Unfortunately, it is a 2-hour ride for you, but shoot, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Put some meat in the freezer, get that extra refrigerator set up. But you know what? If you have a big enough event, then it might be worth it to take that 2-hour ride or 2.5-hour ride. But you let me know if you ever do take that ride. I would meet you there and hang out with you. Binky says so I can buy a shirt. Buy a shirt from me? I actually am running low on shirts, and I need to redo the inventory on the website because I am off. I was about how you talk with people. You're absolutely correct, Brian. Absolutely correct. And I'm a friendly guy. I speak to everyone. I treat everyone with respect. Because I don't know if I told you guys when I first started working with the company I work for now, though it has changed. We merged with another company, but I started out on a security guard force. It was one of those things where I was in the pipeline to get a security clearance, and in order for me to do that, they had to find a temporary assignment. And it was one of those things where the people who were on the guard force rotated in and out once they got the clearances. So I started and I was on the security guard force, and it was a humbling experience because people don't talk to security or they talk down to security. And they're like, it just wasn't, yeah. So after that experience, after working on a security guard force for this big company, I just kind of made up my mind that, no matter who, see somebody cleaning up or cleaning a bathroom, I'm going to speak to them and say, hey, thank you for doing what you're doing. Not everybody can be the CEO of a company. There are people who need to fill every position. And I'm not going to talk down to you. I definitely will never talk down to someone. But that was, like I said, it was a humbling experience. And I feel like I'm a better person for it. If you only sing that Eagles song when they score, means that you can go a while between songs. Victor, Victor, Victor. I was waiting for that. Actually, I was waiting for someone to comment something along those lines, and I'm glad it was you. Anyway, so if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. Not only does it make me feel good, it really does help these videos and my channel. I was about to touch the smoothie again. I was about to, but no. No. I'm just going to leave it. I'm gonna leave it. It's just like, let's see. You can deliver for a brother. It is the topic of the day and all. Well, Kirk, you know what? I don't know, man. We might have to work something out. You let me know what you need. I might be able to do that. I ain't got nothing else going on. I mean, we'll see. If it comes to it, like seriously, if it comes to it, you need something that badly, just let me know and we'll work something out. It's all right, Victor. You know, it's okay. You know, I can dish it just as well as I can take it. So don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Mmm. Crap. All right, we're starting to get some thaw age. The cold hit a tooth, and oh man, it's hurting. If you don't want to catch the Rona, just wear a Cowboys jersey. They can't catch anything. I saw one of the best memes today in a while. It said, "Wash your hands as if you just shook your hands with a Cowboys fan." Cracked up. Thought she was running into the back of a car and on lanes. Oh well, Steve, dude. I really like. So my favorite uses for the GoPro are point of view. Definitely, when I'm doing something, sometimes like looking at it from the side or looking at it from an angle, it only goes so far as being able to really experience what I experience. So you definitely want the head cam, okay? Right. You definitely want the head cam, and it works pretty effectively. I saw Kent. Kent said, "Hey Dash, how you?" Or excuse me, I didn't. Not Kent. We got Ricer in the building. See, that's what happens when I kind of look at the side out of the side of my eye. But yo, I was dying. I like literally, I was pulling out of the parking lot at work, and I don't even know, was it a text message somebody sent me or what? But it said, "Wash your hands as if you just shook hands with a Cowboys fan." Yeah. Spanky's head cam. So it wasn't so no, Spanky, the GoPro you sent actually is in there. The batteries just are just not holding up to the way they used to. So what I ended up doing was Black Friday I bought a GoPro, a Hero 8, I think it is. And I just kind of upgraded. I used your GoPro from time to time for time lapses, and I would plug it in. Whenever I would do something, it would have to be plugged in just because the batteries didn't last very long. But it finally just got to the point where even having it plugged in, it just wasn't working very well. So I upgraded. So I did purchase a new one, but I mean, you sending me that one opened up my eyes to some of the things that I could do with the GoPro. So I'm very, very appreciative. I actually thought about trading it in on the newer one or on a newer one, but I haven't, man. Just sentimental reasons. I just haven't. So yeah, don't apologize, man. Dude, I used the one you sent me for a good year and some change, and it definitely helped. I just one of the problems I had was I couldn't figure out what to do with it. And with the newer one, I was able to use some of the experience I had with using the one that you sent. And definitely it made the transition or made me understand how I could use it easier. But Spanky, I really appreciate you. I'm not selling it, man. It's tucked away, it's safe right in there. It's safe. Morsels with autocorrect. More 6. All right, Kirk. Oh wait, okay. So let's see. I missed your comment. So let's see. Beef ribs, everything all here. Balls, bone, and crappy. I like them thick, succulent, meaty. morsels you brought me. Yeah, well, dude. Like I said, Kirk, you let me know. We can work it out. If I can, work it into my schedule. We'll pick a point halfway and figure out what delivery it's going to be. But it might have to include some cornbread. Just saying. Just no turkey bacon cornbread. And maybe I'll get you some turkey bacon too, and send you on your way with that, so you can know the difference between whatever that was that you bought and used versus what turkey bacon is supposed to be, because there's a big difference. Anyway, maybe some beef bacon too, just for ish and giggles. Anyway, so what else you guys have going on? I'm actually sitting here like, I need to eat something. I might eat some popcorn just because popcorn has been dope lately. Anyway, what happened to my? There we go. I'm like, what happened to my comments? Weiser, what's going on with you, man? How's everything? Salmon bacon. You and the salmon bacon. They don't leave enough of the belly on, man, and I can't buy a whole salmon in order for me to like really get it. The way that you are proposing. But I don't know, man. Frio says, hey, yo, what up, everyone? Just pulled some pulled pork from the smoker in this lovely 38-degree night in Boston. Well, that's what's up. It's wicked smart. Yo, I cracked up at that commercial from the Super Bowl. If you haven't or don't know what I'm talking about, there's a Kia commercial, I believe. And the car comes with Smart Pack. And the whole thing is, all of a lot of the actors and actresses, because Amy Poehler was in it too, and they all had the Boston accents with the Smart Pack, and they're gonna pack the car packs itself. So it was hilarious, because it's wicked smart Pack. Favorite Sam Jackson movie? Pulp Fiction, hands down, easily, easy. Right now, I want popcorn. Sorry, Grumpus. The restaurant, yes, a Restaurant Depot in my area does sell beef bacon. I think though it is a halal beef bacon, which is not bad. Ricer says he's crazy busy with his real job. Yo, but you've been killing it, putting up content on YouTube, so obviously it's working. Hey, Mr. Hoggett, Jack says, I'm out. Got to clean the kitchen and put fish away for later. He said, more butter, baby. Yes, indeed. So, actually, I was going to save this for you guys as a surprise. But I have a friend of mine who is working on some stickers. And actually, I need to kind of light a candle up his butt because I've been kind of leaving him alone about it. But I really want him to help me get some stickers done. So, or at least the design is what I need him for. Frio says he's originally from Puerto Rico, so he lacks the accent. I'm sure you have a bit of a Boston twang, as you just don't know about. But then again, the Puerto Rican, the Spanish accent might be up there, but nothing wrong with that. There's there's a huge concentration of Puerto Ricans in Boston for some strange reason. I don't know. Maybe you can allude or help talk about why that is. But I know same thing, Philly, New York, not really in Baltimore or DC. It's not as many Puerto Ricans. It's just like Philly and North. Pork belly's cheapest has been in 19 years, and you're talking about turkey bacon. Some of us don't eat pork belly, so cheap pork belly doesn't faze me. First Love Smokers, what's going on? How you doing this evening? Thank you for popping in and joining us. Holy cow. 28 of you guys still here listening to my, me talk, to ramble. But I really do appreciate you guys hanging out. Seriously. What's up, welders? We got Adam in the building. How you doing this evening, sir? It's so cool. You guys coming in waves. Careful, Grumpus. He'll do that to you. He had me cooking pancakes at midnight for the whole family. Whoops. It wasn't me. I didn't cook the pancakes. Did some pork shoulder, but burnt ends a couple weeks ago. Better than pork belly burnt ends, in my opinion. All right. The shoulder burnt ends. Okay. Huh. Yeah. Max definitely. He is Boston. Definitely. Well, that's what's up, Adam. That's great. The taste testers finished painting. They did actually. Taste tester number 2.
Yes.
Have you finished putting your room back together?
Yes, and we rearranged it.
They rearranged the room, so they took this opportunity, and I mean, this has been a 2-week process. Process is putting it lightly, but yeah. Stickers, long overdue. Never heard of turkey bacon. Sounds wrong, Victor. It is not wrong. It is delicious when you have it correctly. You cannot get just whatever you do. Do not get that real thick, or excuse me, real thin. I call it like sizzling bacon. No. The Turkey Hill or whatever it is might be the brand. No. Just do not get that turkey. You want thick cut slab turkey bacon. Let's see. Thanks, Victor. Adam says, anybody heard from Anderson Smoke Show? Not recently. I haven't heard or anything today, but I've been kind of out of touch with the YouTube groups, chat groups that I'm in, and I know he's in a part of 1 or 2 of them, but I haven't heard anything. He's not sick or anything, is he? Uncle Steve says he's back in and had to go take care of life stuff. Dude, we know. I just get to carve out 2 hours of my evening on a Wednesday night, and everybody kind of knows to leave Daddy alone when he's doing the live stream, but it doesn't work. When people come from other countries, they tend to move close to people who speak the same native language, and they feel more comfortable that way. We left Puerto Rico and moved to Brooklyn and then Boston. Yeah, so, I mean, I get it, Frio. Like, seriously. I just didn't know why, of course, I can understand Cubans in South Florida, but I just didn't know why Puerto Ricans were just, like, on the upper East Coast. Let's put it that way. New York, Philly, Boston, for sure. Cure the pork belly and the bacon, and then make burnt ends. He said, oh, yeah. Bill said he followed his family. Smoking whole hog on the city street is a wild experience. Shoot, I can imagine. Open a mobile Eastern food truck, especially with shish kebab and what is gulab juman? What is that? Great job on the sales, Steve. Yes, indeed. Yo, Eric, how you just gonna walk in the room talking about I love hot dog burnt ends? You saw that video from Hey Grill Hey, I think it was her April Fool's video from last year. My wife sent that to me, and it was after April where she put it up. But the whole thing is, like, you go through this whole video, and it's like, are you serious? This lady really is making burnt ends out of hot dogs? And then at the end of the video, it says something about that this is an April Fool's joke or something along those lines. Man. That's what's up, Uncle Steve. We're glad to hear that, things are doing all right. Webcam says an Indian dessert milk powder. So I probably have had it. I just don't know what it was called. My wife is a big Indian, she likes Indian food. And we go out from time to time and have Indian. Or we did go out from time to time. I don't know if we can. Or when the next time we'll be able to. This is the furthest spot first, and if so, why? So First Love Smokers, he said from your last video, did you go to the furthest spot first, and if so, why? So the reason why I went to her place first is because she told me she wanted the food at noon. That was it. So sometimes what will happen is, and this happens quite frequently, especially during Thanksgiving, I'll have someone that says, "Hey, is there any way I can get my food early?" Sure. But when you get your food early, that kind of pulls me into a specific direction. And if I get pulled into a specific direction, I'm going to do all of those deliveries in that area first and then kind of figure out the route based off of that. But there's typically almost always that one person that needs their food at a specific time or before a specific time. So I've had people who are traveling. I've had people who are, they're going somewhere else, and they need their food as soon as possible because they're going to be hitting the road. Hey, no problem. Hey, I'll make you my first delivery. And they're like, yes, that's great. Sounds good. Other times it's just like, that's just when I felt like leaving the house. Or I'll do the close deliveries first and then I'll just do the far delivery. And again, it really all depends. You will figure it out. And I say all of that to say there is no specific rhyme or reason as to why or how I deliver things, aside from more often than not, hey, do I want to be near this place around lunchtime, or do I want to finish up around this place because maybe I want to get something to eat, or is there anything in this particular area that I need to pick up, or do I have to go and do something, run an errand over here near this thing while I'm out doing deliveries? So there's a lot of other mitigating factors that will determine how or when I'm delivering food to certain people. Other times it's just like, yeah, I'll let you know when I leave the house, and I'll be like, all right, look, I'm gonna be leaving the house about 2 o'clock. And if I'm doing stuff that's all close, there are times when I want to be home by 4 o'clock. So it's like, all right, well, let's say I need to get home by 4, then I need to leave out and make my first delivery at like noon or 1 o'clock. So it just depends. There's really no rhyme or reason. Huh. So charges for birthdays you speak of. Well, that's what's up. The Facebook group has people who make hot dog birthdays, so people actually do it. Mm. You guys see the Traeger pellet hand press today? Was yourself pretty funny seeing there getting sued for adding oils to pellets. Yeah, because the whole thing is Rice was talking about brand pellet. Excuse me. Traeger has they've been said to use subpar sawdust and add additives to the pellets to make it seem or appear to be whatever wood that it is. So Jeff says, "What about that Tiger King?" I have not watched it yet. I have been holding off on watching it. I have not watched it yet. Uh, Everybody's saying Tiger King is nuts. I have held off on watching it myself. William says, "Hey yo, how you doing this evening?" I have been holding off on watching it. I don't know. I have a green smoothie. Uh-oh. We're getting some movement here. We're getting some movement here. I'm able to break it up. It's only been like 2.5 hours. Russell, you still here? If folks ask you to do a delivery that makes it difficult, you say sure, but it will cost more. I don't really charge. I try not to charge people extra, just because. I mean, I have to be understanding that other people have things going on sometimes, Victor. And I can understand because I too, like when I do my deliveries for Thanksgiving, I know that I have a deadline. I need to be home by, let's say, 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock so that I can get to my sister-in-law's house, which is 2 hours away, so that I can cook, I fry a turkey when I get there. So I try not to charge people extra. I kind of let them know, hey, if you want your food at let's say you want your food at noon, and I say, okay, well, I'm not going to be in your area until, I can be in your area before noon, or I can be in your area afternoon. So most people will just say, okay, hey, if you come earlier, that's better. That works for me. Well, that's what's up, right, sir? I haven't. I'm looking forward to it. I've seen a lot of people talking about it. Of course, everyone's stuck at home, nothing else to do. And these for lumberjack pellets, I've liked them, but most so far, out of the brands. So Frio, I've heard people talk about the lumberjack brand pellets. I just haven't gotten any because I haven't seen them and I haven't ordered any online. Um, that's all. I just get what I find locally, just because when I need it, I need it. So I just pick up what I have, what I can get. Has the virus affected my business? Yes and no. Like last weekend, I was supposed to be cooking 2 briskets for a particular person, and I ended up just cooking 1 for her, and then I did a smaller brisket for a couple people, the few other people that I delivered to. Excuse me. So, I mean, yeah, I could have made the money that I made on last Saturday or 2 Saturdays ago from 1 person, but I ended up making that money from 4 different people. So, should I hire employees to work my food truck or do it by myself? Well, webcam, that's kind of up to you. If you can handle doing it all by yourself, then yeah. But you might, in the beginning, you might be able to get some family to help you. I know kind of it's one of those things where, if you have a friend that needs some work, maybe they can help you. I don't know, your specific situation is going to be different. I don't have a food truck, so I can't answer that for you. Good entertainment tonight. Thanks to everyone. Got to go. 4:30 comes fast. He is essential. Well, thanks, Steve. Definitely appreciate you hanging out. But just think about it like this: when I'm on the live streams late, on Thursdays, on Wednesday. That's because Thursday I don't have to wake up until about 6 o'clock in the morning. I sleep in. Uh, Webcam says he makes all his meat 100% halal. That's what's up. Delivered to a lady a couple years back. She was singing a receipt and chomp, 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 and walks a goat in her living room. What? Signing the receipt and clomp, clomp, clomp walks in a goat in her living room. Wow. Well, it's just, Victor, I don't know. I try. There are times, or there have been times when I just kind of like, I don't want to be that guy. Like, I don't want to start doing exceptions for people and things like that, or like certain situations where I charge this amount more or that amount less. I want everything to be consistent. So that's one of the reasons why I don't really charge for any special circumstances. I just try to work with the person again, because I know stuff happens. I'm trying to, man, because this is my dinner, basically. I want to, eat this because I didn't eat anything. I told you guys when I came home, I wasn't feeling 100%. And I said, oh, you know what? I got the live stream tonight. I'm going to go take a nap. And I laid down. It was 3 o'clock. I didn't get up until 7:30. So that's why you didn't see an indication about the live stream until after 8 o'clock, because that was when I did it. I really enjoy that. I stopped platters and had 3 canceled caterers because of this mess. Well, Kurt, kind of it is what it is, man. You can't be mad. I mean, because it was bound to happen, and I have a few events that are scheduled like for next month, or starting like next month, and I haven't even talked to people Because I mean, just kind of waiting to see how or what everything is doing and how everything blows over. The restaurant owners are personally had they're struggling. I'm working, so I've stepped back to let them get what they can. That's admirable. Um, and if you guys know or saw, if you follow me on Instagram, same thing. I've been going. Not I don't want to say a lot, but local businesses, local restaurants. I'll try to still support, but it's one of those things. Just like, do you go to a restaurant and run the risk of someone who's at the restaurant being sick, and because they're interacting with a lot more people than you are. So one person comes in and gets something, they could be that person that gives it to the person there at the restaurant, and then that person at the restaurant now gives it to a lot of other people who are there. It's just one of those things where you have to be careful and second guess things that you normally wouldn't, unfortunately. So, webcam says I'm going to have a company made juices and handmade Middle Eastern pops and smoothies as well as Middle Eastern fruits that will sell tremendously. Well, where are you planning on setting this truck up? I don't know if you've said that just yet, webcam CEO. And how about this? What is a good name to call you aside from your username there? Yeah. What is your name? What is your name and where are you going to be setting up your truck? I'm debating whether I want to add some vodka to this. Help loosen it out. Nothing doing, no more movement. And I'm definitely getting hungry. Bueller. Oh, there's Johnny. I was talking about you earlier because I was saying that you were the one that asked me about doing talking about deliveries. Chicago and Miami. Beside. Did I say that right? Maybe phonetically. Ashiad. Nothing much, man. I don't really have a whole bunch of crazy delivery stories. Most of my deliveries are pretty mundane. So you didn't miss much. It was about favorite food to cook and what you like to eat. My favorite food? As of late, salmon has become my favorite thing to cook, and it's just over the years, it's become my favorite thing to cook because it cooks so fast. It's a little pricey, but it cooks fast, and I value my time more than a lot of things nowadays. But like an eat, I like brisket a lot, which is the thing that got me into doing barbecue was definitely brisket. But yeah. You know what, Steve? I have not done the jerk seasoning, your jerk seasoning, and or your fish seasoning. And the reason being is the same thing I've told you before. When I've cooked fish or I cook fish and it's different, everyone is like, it's not bad, but it's not what I wanted. And then my wife isn't satisfied or the kids aren't satisfied. Then I end up having to make something else. So no, I haven't used your seasoning, Steve. And it's just been one of those things where it's like, I kind of just want to, like, I don't know. The thing that I've been using a lot of lately has been Uncle Steve Shake. Just that it's whatever, and it's just a citrus pop in it that they really like, I really like. So I've been using that, unfortunately. But other than that, no, I haven't used yours, Steve, Big Steve. Just haven't. And I haven't even tried it. I've tried almost all of them, and of course, I really like the beef seasoning, and I kind of just I've been holding off because I can't eat the beef. Uh, yes, dude, Johnny, I love me some salmon. I love salmon. I really like smoked salmon. It's underrated in my opinion. Hot tip though, my commissary kitchen connect is about has about 3 restaurants. It's selling this food truck. Kirk, I can't afford a food truck, though. I would love to. How much is he selling it for? It's, for this virus to affect us for a long time. Music, concerts, country, and state fairs. How about the 4th of July? There will be a new normal for some time. You're absolutely correct. Um, that's why, like, these folks who have reached out to me and have events that are scheduled, I haven't even, reached back out to them because it's like, I know that we kind of need to just take our time and figure out what's going on. Has business picked up lately? So, what's been crazy is of the past 5 weekends, this weekend coming up included, I've had things to do 4 out of the 5. Last weekend was the only weekend that I did not have an actual catered event to do anything for. But since everything is kind of ramped up in this past month or so, a number of crowds that have been allowed has gone down, or the numbers that anything has been going on has been going down. So unfortunately, I know that, wait, here's another thing too. I haven't been offering like brisket or ribs or pulled pork or things like that for sale. So because I haven't been offering them for sale, things have been slow. Like I haven't had many people reach out to me to do events, but I also could be selling food. I just haven't because I've been trying to lay low and do things around the house. Now, if someone reaches out to me and says, "Hey, I need something," then I'm going to cook. But I don't want to expose myself more, if you get what I mean. So, but I mean, slow down, not necessarily. Every time I think things are going to slow down, things pick up. It's just how things work. Always been that way. I'm like, oh, I'm busy, and then I'm like, all right, I need a break, and I get busier, or I'll be busy, and then all of a sudden, it'll dry up, and I won't have anything. Yes, thank you. I like brisket a lot. Brisket, beef ribs. Yep. I have barbecue certain days, menu specials, but mainly chicken tikka. Well, that's what's up. Easy Bake. What's going on? How you doing this evening? Been a while, man. Still working on my smoothie here, trying to get it broken up. It was frozen. For those of you guys who missed it. Yeah. So still frozen smoothie here. This is a smoothie from Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Not affiliated or anything like that, but I like my smoothies. I like a smoothie every now and again. Kirk's is 22, but you may be able to get it lower. Kirk, man, why do you want to slow down? I want to be able to be here for my family, man. I've done the whole, and when I say like seriously working 7 days a week for months on end, there's no life in that, man. You gotta be able to build a life, man. It's not just about getting money. It's not just about um I don't know how else to explain it, but it's one of those things where it comes a point or it comes a time when you gotta take care of doing some family stuff too. And I just want you know, yeah, slow some things down every now and again. Jeff Northeast Beast says, "Oh, I forgot today was Wednesday. Shoot, you know how I've been keeping track of the days of the week? My pills in the morning. Sunday through Saturday. I know which day I'm on. For which one I'm on." Easy Bakes is glad to be not working in a hospital for a change. Well, yeah. Since the beginning of COVID-19 in Kentucky, 64 positive tests, 9 current inpatients, and 1,734 negative tests. 1,798 total specimens. Well, that number is hopefully will be going down soon, but I don't see it going down yet. I figured, Easy Bake. Good night, Spanky. Yeah, I did that, man. I did that, and I know that I can keep myself busy, but not burn out or not work myself to the bone. Like I'm not trying to work myself to the bone. This is definitely a hustle, and it's bigger than a hobby. I have way too much money invested in this for it to be, it is way bigger than a hobby, but I'm hustling at my own pace, if that makes sense. Um, like people who are at this at a hobby, they would be like, oh, I'm not gonna charge people for food. Nah, damn that. I'm charging everybody for food for the most part. And there's some people I don't charge for certain situations or situations, or instances rather. I think I said situation twice. But for the most part, nah, man, you gonna give me my bread. I'm not doing anything for free. See, so I says I will be doing catering as well as which we have a wider range of a menu. Yeah, well, and that's understandable because obviously, if you're catering, then you can tailor what you're cooking because you know what people are going to be ordering specifically, as opposed to like having food on a truck and you don't know who's coming and who's going to buy what and what's going to sell. Jeff, my smoothie? I love my smoothie. I like tropical smoothie cafe. I just wish that it wasn't so expensive. I mean, this thing was like $6. People talk about going to Starbucks and spending a whole bunch of money, but at Starbucks, it's coffee. Here, it's actually, just like I get the Island Green. You can see it's green. It's got spinach and kale I think some bananas, some mangoes. And one of the things though at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, they use a lot of sugar. This guy's a diabetic, shouldn't have a whole bunch of sugar, so I sub the sugar for Splenda, and it saves me 200 some odd calories and it reduces the sugar by a lot. But it's one of those things where there is a Tropical Smoothie Cafe near where I'll look at in a second, Kirk, near where I get food for one of the places where we go and get lunch. And my coworker put me onto it, and I was like, yo, it actually is pretty good. So I, of course, then made a mistake and took my wife and kids there, and now every now and again I have to buy 5 smoothies. As you become an empty nester, you remember the time you missed with your family working. Yeah. You know what, Jimmy? I know that time because there were times when I couldn't do different things. I couldn't go to different sporting events with the kids and other stuff like that. So I'm trying to have that work-life balance, and I guess it's going to be work hustle and then life balance. Because yeah, 87 would go lost because of Corona. Jeez. So sorry to hear that. Red Bull watermelon slushy? What? Frio. So here's the thing. I tell someone the price if they balk or they want to protest, I'm done. I don't need to argue with you. My price is my price. That's it. You start arguing with people, and what the hell was that? Did you see the light there? I guess somebody turned on the light in their house behind me in the driveway there. But that's the whole thing, man. I use that as a means to weed out those people I do not want to do business with. I had this girl one day. Oh man. So, and what's crazy is she wanted to argue with me about the price of delivery. And I said, listen, I think I had some chicken or some ribs or some wings or something I had. And I said, listen, I said, if I were home, the delivery price would be this. I said, I'm out and about right now. I said, I'm going to stop at your house on my way home. I said, so I'm going to give you a break on delivery. And she only wanted like a half a pound of chicken or something like that. And it was like $5 for the chicken. And I told her it was going to be $5 for delivery. And she's like, why am I going to pay as much for delivery as I'm going to pay for the chicken? Because there's a delivery fee. Well, I'm not trying to pay. She's like, well, I might as well get something, something extra if I have to pay for delivery. No. Unfortunately, if you want me to bring this to you, you have to pay a delivery fee. I said, other than that, you can come to my house. And I don't do that. I said, I only do deliveries. Why are you charging people for delivery then? Because I have fees I have to pay. My car note doesn't pay itself. The fuel doesn't pay for itself. The insurance doesn't pay for itself. I'm like, why am I even arguing with you? If you want this chicken, let me know you want this chicken. I said, I'm gonna need you to pay for it, But if you don't want the chicken, I said, I cannot give you a discount on the delivery. I said, it's all part. It's a delivery fee. I'm not going to not give you, I'm not going to give it to you just without the fee because you don't want to pay $5. That's not my fault. If you want to order more than half a pound of chicken, then obviously the delivery fee is the same. Would you like to order more? No, I only want enough chicken for me and my daughter. Okay, well, it'll be $5 for the chicken and it'll be $5 for delivery. Do you want me to come to your address or not? And I think eventually she kind of got frustrated and hung up and I didn't talk to her and she didn't get the delivery. But those are the people I don't want to do business with because those are the people who, as soon as you give them that inch, they're going to take them out. And the next time it'll be, well, I need you to deliver food to this person, this person, this person, and this person. I'm paying for all the food, so can you not charge me or just charge me for one delivery? No, I'm going to 3 different places. Why would I try to do one delivery? But what's funny is that same girl, again, is so crazy. These people do not have long memories where I do. If you stand out and make me do something extra for you, I'm going to remember you. And I might not remember you off the top of my head, but as soon as somebody starts talking about something, I'm like, I know you. I remember you. You put me through something. And has she ordered food from time to time? Yes. Do I give her grief about ordering food nor bring up the time where she didn't want to pay for delivery? No. Because you know what? She learned from that first time where I didn't bring her food that she does want the food. And I think one of the last times she ordered food, she got somebody else to pay for it. She was with some dude and he met me outside and paid for the food. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Hope everyone is still healthy, Jeff says. Yes, yes, yes. Sacrifice is the key to success. You're going to miss a lot to get to the top. You're absolutely correct, D Young. And I know that. So I selectively choose the things I want to miss or can miss. Real says, and cost of time. Definitely. Man, I hate customers who try to get over on. Yes, indeed. But you know what? It's all part of business. But you have to hold your guns. You have to stick to your guns. You cannot allow them to, and I mean, everywhere, all types of places, everyone wants to get over. Everyone wants something for less than it's shipping. You're right to refuse business to people at any given time. You're absolutely correct, man. Let's see. Oh, you know what, guys? Here, while you guys are still here, I'm going to go ahead and give you the link. I'm not tired right now, of course, because I took a nap this afternoon. But just hanging out, talking with you guys, you know, yeah. Just got 100 screen of engineered flooring for free. Great for the man cave. That's what's up, man. 10 by 10, that'll make a nice rug. Jeff says we can't let them change last minute. Uh, Again, sometimes I understand stuff happens, but you know, there's a limit. There's a limit. Some people aren't even worth it. I wonder why big stores offer free shipping over so and so price. And the whole thing is, Eric, is because they're making as much profit or making enough profit to cover the cost of shipping. I'm not making that much profit. You know, I should be charging way more for the food that I'm making, but I don't. Let's see. People do the same for the tables. I build them. I make folks pay for the table first. You're absolutely right, Johnny. Dude, I wouldn't. Especially not something custom cabinetry. It's like, you know, I'm taking my time to build this thing for you, and the least you can do is come and get it, and then pay me to bring it to you. Because I built the kettle table before, and once I'm finished, they try to talk me down. No, sir, dude. You know what? If I get somebody that wants to do that, no. You know what? Now you're gonna have to pay me a little bit more because you frustrated me, okay? Or I'm gonna nickel and dime you. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna find an extra fee to put on there because you obviously, you know, you think that it's sweet. That's not the case. Not reading that one out loud, the young. I don't even want to put that out there in the universe. That's why I was asking about Cash App and PayPal, Johnny, because people want to flick. Absolutely correct. I of course I prefer cash, and there's certain people who do things who I prefer to do things in cash with, and but you have to get to the point where you build up a rapport with those people, and then can do things for them in cash. That first transaction, if it's like a $50 or $100 transaction, yo, no, I need you to pay me up front so I can make sure that you are serious about this. Adam says this guy from California called me. He was visiting here, and I already took my price down $75 to try and sell it. He wanted to take another $75 off. I was tempted, but told him, no, hate that. But you know what, Adam? People are going to hardball or lowball you. So what you do to counteract that is you build some of that lowball into your price. You want something to be you sold for $400, you sell it for 450, you market it for 450. But then the problem with that is you're diluting your value, okay? Because if you're claiming that, well, is it really a dilution or is it an overinflation? Because you're the people who look at something and it's like, oh, that's $450, that's too much, versus someone that says, oh, that's $400, I'm willing to stomach that. But you're putting it at $450 to try to get that person that wants to give you less than what you're asking, versus you list it at 400 and then you get somebody who's going to offer you 350. Yeah, it's you know, one of those things. Favorite movie with a male lead? Shawshank Redemption. Shoot, Asai says it's a common courtesy for that delivery fee. Adults want to act like kids. Yeah, people don't want to pay for stuff. Thinking, Kirk says, I'm thinking about raising my on-site cost. Could cost us $750 to try to make people just do delivery, and was charging $450, and it didn't bat an eye. Kurt, you kind of have to. I don't charge. Well, so what does that entail? Let's ask that. That's a better question before, because what does that entail? You tell me what that entails. $450 or $500, let's say. What does that entail? What is that going to get me if I charge you $500 to come, or if you charge me $500? What does that get me? I've been doing cooks for the neighborhood during this mess, but I asked for 50% deposit before I even light the pit, and I get that, and that's fine because you want to ultimately cover your costs. Because if someone buys something or wants something and they flake on you, I'm gonna sell it to somebody else. But I don't want the same urgency of me having to sell it to someone else. My prices are my prices. If you don't like it, next. You're absolutely correct. Totally agree. Uh-oh. Russell says, one time I was trying to get rid of a barbecue. Didn't want to take it to the dump. Put it on whatever. I don't know what that site is. Then decided to ask for $50. Someone paid $50 and I took it anyway. See, that's the whole thing. Sometimes you just have to, you cannot devalue your product by putting it at a lesser value. You have to bump up the value of your product. You have to charge more for something, even if, oh man, I spilled some on my shirt. Again, if you want $400 for something, you might have to offer or put it out there for $450 because you get that person that's going to want to lowball you. Same thing, you spent something or you made something and someone wanted to offer you $150 less than your asking price. Nah, man, we can't do that. If the summer permits, I will have a Middle Eastern barbecue cookout in my backyard and want to sell individual plates to the public along with handmade Middle Eastern juices. That sounds dope. Finally having a beer. What's taking me so long? Your commute. Like, what happened, Russell? What's going on? Huh. My favorite movie with a male lead is my wedding video. That's funny. You have to watch Tiger King by next week. All right, I will give it a valiant attempt. I was selling this water heater once, and this guy said he wanted to see it. And he had a 2-hour drive. When he got there, he tried to talk me down, and I'm like, no, I know how far you drove. Shoot. Listen, I did the same thing. We had a stove. My wife wanted to upgrade the stove because we got some appliances, and it was time to upgrade the stove. So she wanted to get like a stainless steel stove and got out of the black stove we had. Now, there was issues with the black stove. Every now and again, it would not, like the oven wouldn't turn on. Like I would turn it on and it would just click and click and click. It was like a car with a bad starter or an older starter or a failing starter. Every now and again, it just wouldn't start. So finally, I was like, you know what? Screw this. We're getting a new oven. We're getting a new oven. So we got a new oven, and the old one, it worked, right? So this guy comes over to my house, and I say to him, I said, listen, the price for the oven is $100. I said, you can come to my house. If you want to lowball me, you come and waste your time. I said, but you're not going to waste mine. This is the price. He comes to the house, and he's like, oh, he's looking at it. He's kicking it, all of those kicking the tires type things. And he's like, look, I got $60 right now. I said my asking price was $100. I have someone that I'm going to take this to this afternoon. After this, I told her, I said, she contacted me second. You contacted me first. I said, so I told her that I would respect you getting to me first, and you were on your way to my house. I said, if you don't want the stove, I will take it to her. I said, not only is she going to pay me my full asking price, she's going to pay me to bring it to her. Why would I take less money from you? And I just stood there and was like, why would I take less money from you? He said, because I'm willing to buy it right now. I said, me waiting an hour is going to get me my full asking price plus delivery. Now, I'm not asking you for delivery because you're standing in front of me. If you want to give me my full asking price, I will take my full asking price. Other than that, thank you, sir. You have a great day. He said, but I'm standing here right now. I'll give you 65. The asking price is 100. If you don't have $100 to pay me right now, then you have a good day, sir. I bid you good day. Right. And he left. And sure enough, I took the lady, the oven, and she was sending it back. She was sending it to Africa. So yeah. Lots of people have meat stay bought with the panic, but no way to cook them. Well, that's what's up. Moran. I love barbecue. Me too. First love smokers, good night to you too. I let them know. No best offers, no trades, no haggling. My price is my price, flat out. That's the way to go. 4 years back, I put a coffee table on the curb with a sign that says free. Stayed there for 3 days. Changed it for a sale, and someone stole it that evening. Dude, I've seen people talk about stuff like that, and thank goodness I've never had to deal with something like that. But yeah, off subject, and I mainly have missed the video or conversation about. But how are you killing your? How am I liking my wide grill you got? So it's one of those things where I only use it, or I'm only using it for on-site cooks, and I have used it exactly 3 times. I think it's 3 times, and I like it. It. I mean, I like it. I don't know what else to say about it. It serves a purpose. It's a tool. It's not one of those things that I have to use every day. But when I go on site, I take that. If I'm cooking for an event, the last time I used it was Halloween. I used it at my kids' school for their like a little trunk or treat thing. I cooked some hot dogs on it. So, but it was fine. You know, I like it. Again, there's some things that I would like. Like I would have liked it to have been deeper, so that I could put the coals further away from the food. Just one of those things. But you know, I know now. I know now. Actually, one of the few people in my age range that I admire. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I mean, not that I'm aiming for that, but I mean, dude, you know what? You just sometimes you have to use this, man. Like seriously, everything can't be about the dollar. Like I mean, I've done that. I did that, man. Where I was out and from I was when I was working for myself, I had no choice and I had to get every dollar I could. But now that I have a steady income and me doing a barbecue is just like fun money and my lunch money basically. So I'm cooking to, I'll cook, and if I have a good cook, then I'm like, you know what I'll do? Hey, let's all go out to dinner. Let's do something. If I take time away from my family, I want to spend more time with my family. I've become, or I've gotten to that point where I want to do certain things or certain experiences with my family. But I mean, at the same time, I also like to get away and be quiet and go out to the garage and have some quiet time. 5 people living in the house, it can get loud, and there's like me doing things. I have to do things around my house at night when everyone else is asleep or everyone else is dead to the world or in their tablets or doing whatever, because that's the only time I can get stuff done. So you guys see me doing different videos and things like that. A lot of times I will like there's a whole lot to it, but basically there's time for family time and there's time for me time, and I kind of try to balance those out. Uh, yeah, Brian, I agree with Adam's grill. The dude, I love that thing. I just wish it was closer. That looked like it would be interesting to see how it works out, how it would work out. Russell says this 200 character limit makes you efficient at storytelling. You're right. It's like Twitter. The young says he's in the garage now. Brian says that's why I built the man cave. More quality time than just being there. Be there time is sometimes better. You're absolutely correct, Eric. Absolutely correct. Um, yeah, man. You know what, Adam? It's crazy how sometimes you can get inspiration and or insight on something. It's like, why didn't I think of that? Like, I would have never thought to do something like that. But I mean, simple enough, easy enough, and it looked dope. Like I know exactly what you're talking about. The swing that he was rebuilding. I don't use lacquer. I don't use that stuff. So like I would have never thought to do something like that. like polyurethane. What? I don't do stuff like that. But it was definitely cool. All right, guys. I am getting ready to break, and I think I'm gonna make some popcorn. As late as it is, uh, popcorn or ramen noodles. Which one do you think it'd be? When am I going to do another build? I don't know, Adam. I really want to build an infinity cube, but I need to build another riser for Bessie. The riser for Bessie, I've just burnt it out. But I have been putting off getting some shielding gas for my MIG welder. Just as he's been cataloging his record collection for 3 nights now. Gotta crash on y'all. Gotta be essential yet again tomorrow. You have a good night too, Kirk. Ramen with peanut butter. Never done that. Kirk says ramen, no question. Rather see my kids grow than my money any day. I agree, man. I want them to experience things. I really cherish the experiences that we have that we can provide for them. I know they won't appreciate it now and they don't understand it now, but I really like them having different experiences. So hey, look, if you haven't, I'm going to post the video for tomorrow once again. You guys can watch it ahead of time. And yeah, popcorn with Uncle Steve's spicy R. So you know what I did the other day? I actually used, I think it was It's Incredible on the popcorn. Like I don't even know why. I was just like, I want popcorn, but I want to. And that was the first thing I saw. I was like, you know what? This will probably be good. And it was. It was. Those build things tight right now. Grumpus says he's working on the bowl now. Hey Adam, thank you so very much. No problem. Good night. 183. Jeez. Yeah, he said records. Russell, you know, a record. Vinyl record. Anyway, all right. Look, I guess we'll go for another 4 minutes since it's almost. I think I'm gonna just. There's far and few between in the 80s and 90s. Shoot, you know what? I yeah, no comment. I see more now because we appreciate what we didn't have. Dude, definitely agree. Definitely agree. But you know, I don't know. I'll be back. Start the kettle. So I can make my ramen. Alright. Let's see. Have a good night, Dash. Stay safe. Right back at you. Easy bake. Definitely. Right back at you. You know, one of the things, though, I'll say to Young, that I've learned over the years is that I think a lot of the folks in the 80s and 90s whose their fathers weren't necessarily there, it wasn't their father's fault. And, you know, hear me out. I know my own mother pushed my father out of our lives and shielded us from my father because she was mad at him. Now, should she have done that? No, but she was bitter, and that's what she did. And I was mad at my father for a very long time because he wasn't there until I realized that once given the opportunity, he actually was a much better father than I thought he was because of all of the negativity that she was putting in my ear. So, you know, unfortunately, it seems now with the ability to communicate with our kids or use different technologies to communicate with our kids, and we're removing that single point of blockage, okay, that the reason mothers and fathers who are not necessarily there are still able to be in the kid's life is because they have an alternate means of communication. And communication is definitely the key. And like I said, I know my resentment to my father when I was younger, it wasn't because of things that he was doing or wasn't doing. It was because of the blockade, the wall that my mom had built around us so that he couldn't do different things. Now, I mean, my dad was a bit of a jerk here and there, but it was a tough love situation, not I'm just going to be an asshole situation, if you get what I mean. Keep it going, Russell, man. It's 11:30. All right, well, man, I guess. Look, I'm not tired. Unfortunately, I took a nap, and as soon as I woke up, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go upstairs and lay down for like an hour or so. And when I woke up, I was 2 hours in. I was like, I'm gonna go back to sleep. And it was 7:30 by the time I popped up again. I was like, oh man, I just slept for like 3.5 hours. Like, what am I? I'm like, seriously, seriously. But yeah. I look forward to this live stream every week and the great guys that join in. Well, Brian, thank you. Let's see. Oh, the young says, I agree. My dad is one of my best friends now. It's a good day, Dash. I have a few videos doing well right now. Yes, well, that's what's up, Russell. People were watching your live stream. They don't have anything else to do. You know, it's one of those, I got a bump on my head and I just scratched it. And it's like, is it bleeding? Is it not? Let's celebrate. Well, I don't know about celebration, but nice chat. Stay safe. See you soon. I got a 6 a.m. meeting. Well, Ricer, you be easy, sir. Thank you. Look, man, leave Ricer alone. He's been busting his hump lately with his live stream and getting all of the after stuff done. I mean, look, Ricer knows when I stay on Ricer to get stuff done, then yeah. But he's putting in work right now. Started on 101 ways to walk your dog videos, dude. Do it, because it's one of those things. If you do it correctly and you hit a niche, and there's people will watch it, man, dude. There's so much out there, so much consumption happening on YouTube right now. Yeah. Oh, Eric says I find out if I can be a dad tomorrow. You don't have kids already, Eric? Sorry, I gotta be harsh on Ricer. You can't have him getting soft. Oh, he's gonna get soft, coach. Come football season, he's gonna go black. So just go. He's gonna go dark, and we won't hear from him aside from Instagram maybe, and him coming in and commenting on the video talking about his kids winning another championship. But other than that, man, you let him be right now, Russell. He's doing an okay job. He's killing it. He's putting out a bunch of stuff. So he's got the new pellet grill he has. He's the rewind stuff. I mean, look, I'll be the first one to tell you, I stay on Russell. I stay on Ricer to put stuff out. Yeah. Well, the young. This is probably gonna be a pre-quarantine kid. Hopefully. No more excuses. All right, well, then I don't want to hear it. I'm a full throttle. I'm gonna be digging in your, you know what, all year long. I don't want to hear no excuses come September. I had football practice or basketball with the boys, and I had to do this and I had to do that. Nope. Tell Irina, maybe I'll get her number and I will text her to stay on you. So what are you editing, Ricer? I guess actually, let's see. You're probably editing the beef rib video. All right. Well, Eric, good luck to you, sir, man. Kids. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. It's a beautiful thing. Like, seriously, it really is. Tackling Pampers. Pork rib and wine. All right. Yeah, Ricer, I saw Instagram or on Facebook you were talking about the wine. So I thought that was pretty dope. But I know we talked about that wine, what, a month ago? So dope to hear that it has finally come to fruition. All right, guys, I am going to go ahead and get off for now. I'm going to go ahead and, I know this ramen is getting ready to spike my blood sugar, but it's so good. It's so good. I think I'm going to add some Uncle Steve's spicy R to my noodles. Am I the only one that mixes like packs? Like I have a chili pack and I have a shrimp pack. I'm going to mix the chili and the shrimp and eat that together. Boy just turned 2, and now he's copying everything that he does. He's always stuffing crap in the firebox and trying to clean the pit. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. My first step to getting sponsored by Guinness. Dude, I would love. I tell you guys know that I live close to the Guinness Brewery. If you guys haven't seen that video, please look at it or look for it on my channel. But I would love to be sponsored by Guinness. Like, I could sit here on a Wednesday night and drink a couple pints. Like, seriously. Mix butter and hot sauce. Yeah. Oh, and put it in with the noodles. Mix butter and hot sauce all the time. Because that's Frank's Red Hot. Like, the buffalo wing sauce is Frank's Red Hot and some butter. My smoothie still hasn't melted. And I feel like tonight's going to be a long night because I took a nap when I came home. Yeah, Tropical Smoothie Cafe. I like it too. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it for the night. My water, I hear it is almost boiling, so I'm going to, I don't know, I'm looking in the sink. There's a sink full of dirty dishes. Call taste tester number 1 down here. Get them to do the dishes. Yo, you be safe as well, D Young. I appreciate you being here. So, all right, guys, I'm going to end this one. If you haven't already, here, I'm going to post the link again for the video for tomorrow. Check it out. And I want to say thank you again for watching and being here. Definitely, we're going to keep the live streams going. Johnny, you take care of yourself. We're going to keep the live streams going. We want some normalcy, all right? Normalcy. Bluegill and base. No! Why is it I'm like leaving and now you're just popping in? No. Hey, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me on the way out. I would greatly appreciate it. I unfortunately am getting ready to hit the rack, just as Ricer said, and I'm not going to bed, but I might start watching the Tiger, whatever that thing is called. See you later. I do have Twitter, but I don't use my Twitter. Like I have it to have it. I use Instagram more than anything, or Instagram is the best way to get in touch with me. But between YouTube and Instagram, those are the platforms that I'm on the most. And then, oh my gosh, you know what else I've gotten on recently? TikTok. Just, I'm more of a voyeur on TikTok than anything. I have put up a few videos, but like, seriously, I have so much fun watching TikTok videos. It is hilarious. Yeah, but I'm not on Twitter just because I was on Twitter like way back in the day, like when Twitter was in its prime, in its heyday. And I've been there, done that. Twitter nowadays is a freaking fire hose. It's just too much. So. Oh, Rice says he watched the whole thing in a day. Talk about a train wreck. Oh, man. What the hell is TikTok? TikTok used to be Musical.ly. And Musical.ly back in the day, so we're talking like 5 years ago, Musical.ly was really an app for little girls to sing and do different things. But now people are using TikTok to... Oh. my kettle of water hath boiled over. So I am done. But TikTok used to be Musically, Russell, and it was really an app for little girls. Oh crap! My water's still boiling over. Holy cow! Oh. All right, so it was an app for little girls, basically, and they used to sing, or they sang, but they at some point they changed the name from Musically to TikTok, and I don't know how or why people got on it recently, but with everybody staying at home, TikTok has become like the place to hang out. So if you haven't, check out TikTok. I'm just gonna apologize. Put some rum in the ramen. Can't say that I will, but yes, I have a tea kettle, and the tea kettle was pretty full, and I had the heat turned up on hell. So once the water started boiling, it boiled over in the tea kettle. All right, guys, I'm really leaving now for real. Let me just make sure I say goodnight to everybody. Grumpus, be easy. Webcam, I'm gonna follow you there. Okay, he's gonna follow choices. Yes, Grumpus, I'm burning the water, and it's WOUDER. But all right, guys, thank you so very much again. If you haven't already, check out the video for tomorrow. Deuces.